100% vow for, just like we are vowing for Mr. Obi now. It's not, yeah, it's not. You understand? Though it's from the north, it's very popular from the north, but that does not mean he's a saint or maybe he's credible or maybe he has all the enthusiasm of piloting the affair. No, just like just to create an audience from the north and get the support from the north, or rather not for Peter Obi to run Christian ticket. You understand? That is just this. So if Kwankwaso have maybe, and normally he has found out that he cannot work with Obi because why? It takes two to mingle together. You cannot expect light and darkness to be on the same place. No, you understand? So light and darkness cannot be on the same frequency. So
That is not what we have heard so far. You know, for the Labour Party to be trying to get Kwankwaso to be Peter Obi's running mate, meaning there is something credible about him. It just simply means that Kwankwaso can actually pull the weight. I just want to know the reason why you said it's not credible. Is it that they didn't do their background check very well before trying to go for Kwankwaso? Do you have anything to back up the fact that you said is not credible, other than you think, oh, light and darkness cannot meet together?
Yes, light and darkness cannot meet together because why? Kwankwaso himself, just like I said, you cannot differentiate pots from the kettle. You understand? So you cannot differentiate pots from the kettle. They are all the same. You understand? They are all the same. So they are all what I call recycle leaders. They are all the same. So that is what I'm going to stop for now. They are all the same. They are all recycle leaders. You understand? So that is just for that. So my advice, I'll go straight. My advice to Nigeria citizen for now is that this is the right time we are going to get it right. So any attempt or any mistake for we to miss it now, there's another 8 years, which is 2030, is going to be a difficult year and a years of toxic. You understand? I don't know what will become Nigeria come 2030 if we miss it now. And sorry to say, Tinubu and Atiku are out of the picture. They are not qualified to rule us they are not qualified to rule, because come to think of it, even listen to the message of Baba Olusegun. He said he issued that took place in 1999 up to 2007. Olusegun is still regretting it that he chose a running mate as Atiku. That means there is something that we did not know, you and I did not know, that Olusegun is trying to reveal to Nigeria, that this man that they are bringing to you now, it will be more worse than Buhari. You understand? That is why this man is making this issue, because Olusegun is regretting it. So I don't want we Nigerians to make the same.
So, Mr. Destiny, sorry, I'm going to cut you a lot. I'm so sorry about that. But you know, on this platform, like I said, we have a lot of people watching us. People are being educated through Nigeria Watch. So I just want to ask you one question real quick. The question be saying now, why be saying now Olusegun, the ex-president Olusegun is coming out now to say what they talk about Atiku. I mean, he no talk on that time, he no talk on since. Why be saying now when we say election just there around the corner, he they come out can't talk that kind of thing?
Listen, yes, and I will answer this question categorically. I will tell you that according to my parable, always tell me Segoe. Are you getting me? There is time for everything. Tell me Segoe. I believe this time is the right time. And if not this time, Olusegun have been saying this thing. Baba have been saying this thing. He have been giving all these highlights. He has been giving us all these highlights for a couple of years. But I believe this time, Olusegun, for him to have come out, his conscience is flogging him. His conscience is flogging him that I have to rescue these people. I will not allow them to fall into this trap. That is the reason why he's coming out to tell us that he is regretting it. How can your boss say he's regretting you working with him? Just like I am now, my boss will tell me that I am sorry, Mr. Destiny. I'm regretting for Mr. Destiny to work with me. That means he's talking about my incompetency, my inability not to function well, or maybe I have other skeleton in my cupboard. You understand me? So I'm very appreciative. I'm very kind that Baba have made this statement. It's a polite statement, and it's a statement that we in Nigeria we are not going to take for granted. We are going to look into it so deeply because he's trying to pass out a message to you and I that we don't know. He's trying to tell us something. That is why the PDP is threatening you with 48 hours that this statement should be revoked. And thank God that the man has stand on his ground for not revoking that statement, because this man is trying to tell me Obasanjo known Atiku more than you, more than I. He work with him. They are like husband and wife. Husband know his wife. His wife know her husband more better. So you can see that me, myself, as a Nigerian citizen, which is opportunity to base in abroad, because I'm just saying it because I don't want Nigerians, because it baffles me, it demoralizes me that to see Nigerians have seen Kavansi campaigning for this set of people who have mortgaged your future, have mortgaged your future of your wife, future of your husband, your children, your born children, and you are still there campaigning for them, saying that they are going to rule you. Man, I'm not going to say anything more than this. That you see, it's just that we Nigerians, we are the problem of ourselves. So if we Nigerian youth can stand up and say this is what we want, and we will get it, definitely we will get it, because you cannot tell me that the strength of these old cargoes will be more than the strength of we the youth. No, except when the house is divided, they can buy us with money. The only way they can buy is money. That's the only thing they can offer, is to throw money all over the looks and kind of Nigeria. But without that, nothing more, nothing less they can offer to us. You understand me? So I urge every Nigeria, both in diaspora, both home and abroad, this is a collective responsibility. It's a fight that everyone have to fight, because I will not say because I'm based in abroad that because I'm having good facility, road and everything, I'm living in a conducive environment. What about the people out there? Because there's a parable that I will exist. If death did not take somebody very close to you, you don't know that death exists. We are talking about issue of bandit and everything, because most of the Nigerians are taking it so granted. Because why? It has not happened to somebody very close to you, or maybe your father, your mother, your brother, your sister, or your wife or your husband have not been a victim of these circumstances. That is the reason why most Nigerians are still campaigning for these recycle leaders. You understand me? They are still campaigning for these recycle leaders, because people who has mortgaged our future. You understand? So it's very bad. It's very bad, and it's very unamazing that by now we should be passing a message to these people, trying to tell them that we don't need them anymore. We're giving them chances, and you give them chance and taking chances, and they have overruled us so much. So we don't need them. Okay, we don't need them anymore. So we need the youth, and we the youth have to mobilize ourselves so that we can get back our country, take back our country, and vote for somebody who can lead us into prosperity. That's what we want. Look at the issue of bandits all over the look at killing everywhere. Killing is not a major thing in Nigeria. Killing is not something. It's not major thing. Of which in Europe is not major thing. It's not a major thing here in Europe. One soul goes down here in Europe, everybody have to answer for it. Everybody have to answer for it. But in terms of Nigeria, people are just seeing it as normal, as a normal phenomenon, which is not supposed to be so. Nobody is talking about it. Nobody is saying if by now APC or PDP should be ashamed of themselves, not campaigning anymore, because why? They failed us. Okay, can you imagine that what happened the Lekki toll gate, the bloody massacre that took place in Lekki toll gate? Most of our youth are forgotten by now. If only that alone, till now, no justice. I want to ask a question. Ever since bandits have been killing, kidnapping, and everybody, everything has been happening, what bandit are they brought to justice? Okay, this person has been brought to justice. None of them have been brought to justice. That means they have connection. They know what is happening.
Thank you.
So it's really perplexing. It's a perplexing situation.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Destiny, for that. I can feel the anger in your voice and the passion. I mean, there's nobody that will think about what's going on in the country that will not feel the way you're feeling right now. Thank you for that submission. Mr. Ninja Watch, please, do you want to say anything?
Yes, because I have a couple of people calling me right here. So If you want to contribute to this right now before we move on to our panelists, so opportunity for you to call in, but I need to speak to this person first. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you. Please, where are you calling us from? Please be audible. We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
I'm calling from Italy.
Oh, okay, Italy. Thank you very much, my brother. Good evening once again. Go ahead.
I just want to contribute. We should not condemn Kwankwaso for now. We should not insult them. The only thing when I want to just control.
We can't hear you.
I said the only thing when I want to contribute.
Yeah.
We really need to work hard. We should not just condemn anybody for now.
Okay.
We don't know what is going to happen.
Thank you.
In the politics, when we want to rescue this our country, we really need to work even with anybody who came to just rescue that government.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And that's how because I under PDP because when I was in Nigeria, I don't do work. I live in the north. I know what they used to do there. We really need to be careful the way we spoke for now because we need power from it. And we really, if we want to work out, we really need somebody we trust. We need to contribute because it's not everybody have this connection where we are doing here. Some of people say they cannot even do that. We need to contribute money. If not money we want to spend, let us spend that to get what we want.
Thank you, my brother. God bless you so much. Thank you so much for that wonderful contribution. Let me pick another call right now. People, I just want to talk to at least 4 persons. Then I'll hand over back to you again, Kashi. Good evening to you. Your name and where you're calling us from.
My name is Obasanjo.
Please tone down your device where you are watching me from, sir. We are hearing double voice.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's better now. What's your name, sir?
My name is Obasanjo, and I'm calling from Canada.
Thank you, Mr. Osaon. Go ahead. Talk to us in 2 minutes.
Okay, I would like to make a contribution concerning not the guy you just spoke to, the other guy that was saying
the guy on the screen, yeah.
That said Kwankwaso has a skeleton on his cupboard
Yeah.
saying something about Tinubu and Atiku. I would like to make that guy know that all politicians has a skeleton on their cupboard, right? So that does not exclude Peter Obi. Because I would like to say that Peter Obi came into Labour Party just like 2 weeks ago and got the ticket. So I would say a lot of people have been there before Peter Obi, and like Pat Obi is a great guy, it's a great man, and he has a great ambition for Nigeria. So I don't see any reason why Peter Obi, who came like 2 or 3 weeks ago, just took the ticket from Patutumi and led Patutumi to step down for him. Like the guy said, he's accusing everybody, accusing all the politicians. Like the panelist was saying, he's there to educate us on how to vote for the right candidate, not raising insults about other candidates. But now we know Peter Obi has done well for Anambra. Most of us know about Peter Obi through social media, not what he has done for Anambra. So I just feel that if anyone is coming here to say something, he should educate us and not raise insults.
Thank you.
Other candidates.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. All right. That our brother who just called from Canada right now, I think I support him. He wants to be educated rather than, vibration and insult and all that. No, some people cannot learn from that. Tell us why Peter Obi is the best for us. I'm talking to my panelists right now, and also tell us why Nigerians should forbid Tinubu and APC. If anybody asks me now, why should Nigeria forbid Tinubu and APC? I have lists to talk about. So I believe my panelists might also have things to talk about. So I'll hand over back to you again, Kashi. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Ninja Watch. We're just gonna go straight to the next person we have here. But before then, guys, please, what's happening to our likes now? I beg, we gonna pity us. Please like this broadcast, like it and share it. The reason why we always ask you to like I always say, so YouTube can always suggest our videos to more people, so more people can come. I mean, we're here because we want to be educated, because we want to learn. Nobody knows it all. We're here to learn. We're here to hear people air their views and all of that. Please like this broadcast so more people can come here, so our message can even spread like wildfire for more people to come onto this platform. Thank you so much, guys, as you do. So God bless you. Please like. Thank you very much. We're gonna go straight to the next person we have here, which is Mr. Chris George. Mr. Chris George, are you ready for us, please?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, Mr. Chris, please go ahead and make it.
Okay, let me greet the honorable colleague here. Ladies and gentlemen, greet every one of you that present in this wonderful platform. Thank you, all of you, for welcoming me once again. Let me go straight to between Peter Obi and
Mr. Chris, there's a sound coming out from your background and it's actually distracting us. I don't know if you can fix that sound and I will come back to you shortly. Please fix the sound. Thank you very much. There's a sound coming out from your background. Thank you. So we're just going to go straight to the next person we have here before we go back to Mr. Chris. Mr. Chris, please fix your sound and we'll come back to you. We have Mr. Ghost. Ghost, please. Can you please unmute yourself and please tell us your name and where you're joining us from today?
Ninja Watch, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, please.
Yes, thank you very much for this opportunity. I'm calling from Kansas City, and I really appreciate this program. And I want to use
Thank
this
you.
opportunity to tell the viewers to say please like and share, because this program is actually educating people. I want to use this
God
opportunity
bless you.
to join issues on several topics. First, the issue of the guy that was killed in Lagos. I think that is barbaric, but it is no new news that the cow in Nigeria right now has more value than human life. And then one of the best ways to fight these people back is to kill their cows, because they value cows more than human beings. When you kill their cows, it tends to hurt them more. You kill their cow, you kill them back. So on that issue is unfortunate, but I think those people that are murderers and gave them to the police, I don't think they did the right thing. They should have given them jungle justice there, because the Nigerian police will end up releasing them and they will go back to committing the atrocities they usually commit. That is that. For Mr. Peter Obi, I'm very happy that Nigeria is about to change in my lifetime, because when we hear the obedient movement is not about Peter Obi, it's about the Nigerian people. We woken up to democracy. We have woken up. We have decided to take back our country from these criminals that call themselves the caliphate, or however they call themselves. Because one of the reasons why these people have been dominating us in Nigeria is because the South has been divided. The South has been divided. And when I say the South has been divided, I'm talking about the South-South, the Southeast, the Southwest. We have been divided, and they use that mechanism to conquer us. But for the first time, the South is coming up with a one voice. And Peter Obi is just like the microphone, saying everything that we want for Nigeria. And that is why you are seeing the crowd he is getting. And these mainstream politicians, they are afraid of Peter Obi. Let no one be in doubt about this election that is coming. Peter Obi has already won the election if you put it on a level playing ground. But this is my fear. My fear is INEC. If you see what is happening with difficulties it is taking for people to obtain their PVCs, and even those that have obtained their PVCs, they are telling them that the PVC might come out in October, or sometimes there's somebody that I've heard where they said there might be a problem with if PVC not working on the election day. My problem is with INEC. Why is it with INEC? It's because who is the leader or chairman of INEC? He's also a Fulani man. Okay. And if we are saying that Fulani has an agenda, we know that these people work in unity. But you see, I took my time to research who that chairman of INEC is. And I found out that, okay, he is a learned man. He's well educated. He's well read. I saw that he went to school in UK, some master's program, and he obtained some, some award. And with what I saw in his profile, he gave me some reassurance, because having schooled here and in the United States, and I also obtained degrees and awards. I know that for you to obtain an award in the Western world, you must be befitting for that. So I think he also has some credibility, in that sense. But I want to join issues with regards to how these elections have been manipulated by these so-called politicians in the past, before this new Electoral Act. Because for now, we can see that it looks like our vote will count. And these politicians know that our vote will count, which is why they are buying the votes. And which is why the only tactics they have right now is to enfranchise people from getting their PVCs. So our preaching should continue. I thank Naija Watch. We should educate people more on getting their PVCs, not just getting their PVCs, to go out on election day and vote. And after voting, defend your votes. You must defend your votes. We must defend our vote. After voting, you must defend the vote. Make sure that vote counts, because that is the only way we can take power out of these people. I was listening to one guy that was speaking this morning on Naija Watch that was talking about we will win in Edo State, Abuja, Lagos. I like that, And I also heard a guy that was speaking in Edo language, talking to the people. We need to do more of that. We need to send this message, not just in pidgin English, to the different dialects, Yoruba, Igbo, Ishan, all the whole languages. We need to speak it, so that, because there are a lot of voting blocks that are in the rural areas that might not have access to internet. They cannot have the opportunity to come on Naija Watch. But we can put these messages, even though it's on WhatsApp group in different languages, and send it across, so that everybody will get sensitized. Now, with the issue of Kwankwaso, I think, if Kwankwaso will bring down his pride, he can work with Obi. But you see, it is obvious that both Kwankwaso, he doesn't share the same values with the rest of Nigerians, as well as with Obi, because if he really has the interest of Nigeria, and if he sees the obedient movement, he will know that Peter Obi is the man to beat. And if he has Nigeria at heart, he will join force with Obi. Why do we need Kwankwaso? It appears in the South, the youths in the South, they are speaking the same language, obedience. But we need to take that message across to the North, because I think from the Electoral Act, you have to win a certain percentage of votes across the both North and South in order for you to win the election. Kwankwaso has a strong hold in the Northwest. And if Kwankwaso would have been able to come on this ticket, then he will propagate that message across to his followers. And that is the same reason why the rumor, I don't know whether that is true or not, that Tinubu is trying to bring Kwankwaso into the movement, because Kwankwaso is a force in one section. So, but the ball is on his court. If he wants to, join the movement, if he has the interest of Nigeria at heart, he will listen to the ear of the people. Democracy is coming to life, because democracy is a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. And for the first time, the people are trying to take over democracy, and that is what you are seeing with the obedient movement. So I thank you, Naija Watch. If you have not liked this video, please like. If you have other comments, come and share. you know, I think we are going to be victorious. Let no one come out and tell you that Obi has failed. No, all this is tactics, but we are not going to fall into that.
All right,
God has
thank you
answered the
so
prayers.
much.
We have prayed a lot, and God has answered our prayers. Let us just
Man.
continue to preach the good message. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir, for that submission. I'm just going to go straight to the next person we have here, which is Mr. Igbe. Mr. Igbe, good evening, sir. Thank you for joining me today. Please go ahead and make your contributions.
Good evening, Sister Kashi. Are you hearing me?
I can hear you. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm fine, my sister. How are you doing too?
I'm fine, thank you. Please go
Good
ahead.
evening. Good evening to the panelists, the listeners, and the comment section warriors, and the callers and the viewers all over the globe. Peace unto you people from Vantica. Actually, we still remain on the moving train. You see, I want to start by saying that with Rabiu or without Rabiu, Obi is a movement. You know, I come to understand this, Takashi. I don't know if you still remember that it is this channel, Niger Watch channel, that was first and foremost talking about the folks of person of Showore joining with Obi. Then after that, we now switch to the one of this Kwankwaso. So since when I believe I come to see that when we bring these ideas, that the newspaper and the television stations in Nigeria became, bringing this idea. So that is to tell us that important people are watching us when we are speaking. And I use this opportunity to urge every one of us that when we are speaking, we should be constructive. I mean, we should be, like that caller said, that we educate people. We should be the people that is educating, people all over the globe. Like this brother that just finished saying right now, that even we should take the the message to this local, I mean those villages or those communities that not having a privilege to internet. So I will say that Kwankwaso, without Kwankwaso, we are going forward, because I come to understand that the Kwankwasos, the Tinubus, and the Atikus, they are like birds of the same feathers. I am not saying that Obi, right from the time we will start supporting Obi, we did not say that Obi is a saint. As far as you are a human being, you are bound to make mistake. I mean, you are bound to do one thing or the other. But at the time we begin to look as human being, I mean, within us, you begin to see that instead 100%, we begin to select at 80%, 70 something percent from characters and the attitude. There you will not choose who you will follow, and that is where we are seeing nobody has anybody come out. I mean, has anybody have saw where Kwankwaso have been interviewed and Kwankwaso have saying that go to his own local government, I mean his own state, Kanu, where he's governor, two times governor, and say go and verify? No, we are just using this movement to involve him, so that because he's a person who have the power, just like some speaker said before, that like I normally said, when you give a leader to the northern people, they don't care to know, they don't reveal, they don't care to know who that leader is. Or they know that you have been given. As far as you have been given, you have to queue to the person. That is the northern people for you. I mean, I don't know, maybe it's their unity, that is their unity. So that is why we are just advocating this man that he should come and join this movement. But as far we have saw that this man preferring joining Tinubu, like only to the also preferring joining Tinubu, because they know that Tinubu is is 50-50. Tinubu is a 50-50 man on earth. We all know, and it's not an insult. Nobody should take it as an insult. But I'm talking about in terms of the health issue that
So,
we are seeing.
Mr. Igwe, so
Yes.
what running mate do you think is also fit for Peter Obi, since it's as if there's a lot of hiccups around Kwankwaso? What other running mate do you think? Some people were saying Sanusi and all that. What do you think about that?
Yes, I said before, I said it right from time we will talk about this Kwankwaso. I mean, we will talk about Obi's running mate. I said it initially that if you bring a person, look at the person that they take in the APC, I mean in the PDP, Okowa. Me and you know that Okowa, even in the South, Okowa does not pull crowd in South, not talk of the northern side of the country. But if the PDP taken as a running mate, if we go to the north and look at one, one, even if it's a person who has not even been in the political field before, we just brought him, inside the race. The northern people will queue with him. That is the northern for you. Osinbajo was not a politician when he was taken to become a vice president. Are you getting it now? So many people, many of these governors of a state, they were not in the field. They were not politicians before they brought them from their bin and said, "Come and be our flag bearer." So if Peter Obi, as this movement is now, if Peter Obi go to a common Nigeria, a common northern person, and just point in and say, "Come and be my running mate," the northern people who believe on the movement, they will queue within, because I believe that not all the northerners are believe on this movement. Because I remember the time of the NSAS when they were advocating for end bad, SARS issue. Many of them some of them were not buying that idea. We were saying end SARS in the east, in the south and southeast. Some part of the northern we are saying give us SARS. We need SARS. So I believe that not everybody are having this idea of this movement. But if we choose any person from the north and said, "Come and be the running mate of Obi," the northern people will queue. That is why I buy the idea of Sanusi. Sanusi is a person which is not a saint to, because he's a human being, but Sanusi is a person who as we see speaking, Sanusi have listening people. In the northern side, he still have followers, because Sanusi was a man, in the north. Kanu was a former emir of Kanu, which they use political system of the cabals in the north to remove him from power. But today, Sanusi still have people. So if we even put Sanusi as the common northern man to just point and say, "Come and be Obi a running mate," and we have people that will come out and vote Obi for the north people side. Then that on the way side. Then the one of Olusegun Obasanjo. You see, we don't need, we as a Nigerian, sometimes, like what that brother we are saying, if you are being educated from the primary level, and you have graduated from primary, what do we expect? We expect you to be, educated in secondary level. So after secondary, you run to high institutions. So we are the educating people from this platform. We don't need to go back, to take you back to primary again. When we are educating you, bringing message to you, we expect you to grow too. So what am I saying this? We Nigerians, we sometimes when we see things, we don't need to go and consult the oracle from the high mountains to come and tell us that this is what this person is talking about. We remember when Olusegun Obasanjo come into power. He was a man who they want to bring from prison after the death of a general, President of Sonny Abacha. We saw how he come, and he was not having any choice then. And we Nigerians then, we were not. That is where we were bringing a democracy president, because of the way things is. Nobody will care to ask how democracy function. None of the way it is today now. None of us there, even the intellectual Nigerians, nobody care to know. Bringing ex-general to become ex-elder to become a democracy, a president. Nobody care to know. Nobody want to know. What we just know that I was to take power from the military. So Obasanjo know Atiku very, very, very well. And me and you know that the power issues in Nigeria today that was sabotaged by the Atikus. Imagine a person, the Dokan, what they call it, the Dokan plant that is generating Nigeria today. That is selling at Nigeria market today. Was the contract was owned by Atiku. The generator issue that we all know very well. We know all these things. We don't expect Olusegun to come and review more details. And don't forget, Olusegun is a PDP man. Olusegun is a PDP man. So if the PDP are coming to say Olusegun will give you 48 hours to come and review what things you know about Atiku that the Nigerians have not yet known, then all these are just political language. Obasanjo has been crying of Atiku for years. is because he know what Atiku will do. He know that Atiku does not have vision. Atiku vision is to, like what Mr. Morudi said. Well, which we all saw in the case of sister Deborah. What play out in the PDP primaries, the way what also called the governor of Sokoto stepped down for Atiku, that showed us that all this game we're in there, then that is the reason why Atiku, declined that it's a tweet, because he already saw that they have already threatened him that, listen, this thing you are doing right now, you are giving power to these people to to have the upper, I mean, to have the authorized, I mean, you are giving them a notification for them to know that yes, these people we have an agenda, and what our children did so is a wrong deed. Are you getting it now? Which we all know, the security we are there, the security of the institution we are there. Police have the right, to, as we speak right now, the matter has been swept under carpet. Nobody have been held responsible. Have we ever? I don't know. Me, I never heard it that somebody have been held accountable for this barbaric murder of the Sister Deborah. Many like that. So if you vote for Tinubu, you are going to get the same result. If you vote for Atiku, you are going to get the same result. These people, they have the same vision. Is it Kwankwaso? If we say let's put Kwankwaso on the front line as the president, you are going to have the same result. Do you know why we are? I don't know. Maybe many Nigerians does not really understand the reason why Nigeria, a president, should be somebody who are, who need to be a responsible, I mean, a credible person. Because we Nigeria, we study the democratic system of presidential system of America, but our constitution is not like the one of America. In American constitution, the vice president have power to some extent, but in Nigeria constitution, the section 5 of Nigeria constitution have give power to our president like the king, who sits on the throne, commanding every of his ministers. That is why you see where the Senator Osinbajo is all this while where we are saying Osinbajo is not saying anything. Osinbajo is not saying anything because the constitution makes Osinbajo to. Do you know that Buhari can just tell ministers, command all ministers to be working in the position of the vice president? The constitution giving power to run things like that. So that is a very delicate, I mean, a very sensitive position. So that is why we need to be careful. Any person that we are putting there is going to be the person who can able to take us to a new Nigeria. So follow Nigerians, follow panelists, the viewers, Nigerian citizens who are listening to us right now. Please let us use this time wisely. Let us not look say because Tinubu na my party person. If Tinubu become in position, Tinubu will give me contract, or Tinubu will do, and that is what they. If you ask what are supporting Tinubu and Atiku, that is what they are supporting them for. These people have been running around the political cycle for decades. If you ask them, they don't have any reasons to give you. Tinubu can build human capacity. Tinubu can do this. Tinubu can do that, because they believe that when Tinubu come into power, for the truth, the way he put Lagos State today, he can put Nigeria like that. If you are an Agbero, or you are a tough person in the northern side, you will just hold the northern side strong. Reporting for him. If you are in the strong person in the eastern side of Nigeria, it will give you those those positions for you to run. So the same thing with Atiku too. So these people have the same idea. So please let all of us because the said opportunity comes at once. We will never ever have this opportunity, to see a person that if you said we want to put. I mean, the way I see Obi, that is my own take. The way I see Obi, my point of view, if you call Obi say before you become a president, we want you to sign affidavit. I mean, we want you to sign contract with us that if you did not deliver all what you promised us, you will be impeached. It happened in Anambra State. He agreed of impeachment, and this man is a person. He's so gentle to that call, and if he failed his duty, he will agree to impeach him. So please let us know what we want, and let us queue with it. Thank you. As I give the floor back to you, my sister.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Igwe, for that delivery. I'm just going to go straight to the next person we have here, which is Let's Go. Let's Go. Good morning, afternoon, evening. Thank you for joining me today. Please unmute your mic, introduce yourself, and make your contributions, please.
Thank you so much, Mr. Niger Watch. Again, I'm always happy whenever I come to this platform. I listen to all the comments, all the opinion from everybody. They are all contributing wonderfully. What I want to say is this: between Kwankwaso and Mr. Jagaban, Kwankwaso may be a good man, but if Kwankwaso move with Tinubu, he will get corrupt. Like typical example, today in Lagos State, all the truck drivers are protesting. Why are they protesting? They are protesting that at every block, they are being charged 1,500 from all these agoros that the government of Lagos State use. So they are tired of it. So tell me, before you can move your truck from Apapa Port to maybe Lekki, you are paid more than 50 to 60,000 naira. They are all protesting today that government have to intervene. And who put those laws? It's the same government. That is why everybody is shouting, tired, nothing is going forward. So that is one of the disadvantage of somebody voting for Tinubu. Kwankwaso may be a good man, but when he moved there, Kwankwaso cannot control Tinubu. Kwankwaso cannot tell Tinubu what to do. Tinubu will use the same system and make him corrupt the way Buhari government make Osibanjo today. So what am I going to say? I'm not going to go into Kwankwaso Tinubu ticket because it will take us 10 times backward from where we are today. So nobody should think of Tinubu Kwankwaso ticket. Kwankwaso will only join Tinubu because he knows that Tinubu is a 50-50 game. They are in the ruling party. They can manipulate INEC. They can do anything they like and get into the power. That is the only thing Kwankwaso will join him. But reality is that things will get worse and bad the way it is today. Tinubu, his age alone disqualify him from being our president. If you watch Tinubu these days, when he moves, he doesn't show his hand that are paralyzed. That hand is a hand that has the Oyibo people call Oyibo people here, they call it Parkinson's disease. He had him shaking. That hand doesn't hold anything. That disqualifies that man from Christ's sake. So Nigeria should not go to that way. I'm not discouraging anybody, but we have to tell ourselves the truth. If Tinubu go into this office, majority of his time in the office, he will be using it to go on a sick medical trip. So I'm not buying Kwankwaso Tinubu ticket. It's not going to help Nigeria. It's not going to help his Tinubu people. Everybody following Tinubu today is following him because they know that the corrupt system will pave way for them. They will be enriched. That is only that is only the platform Tinubu was saying that he has a platform, he has this, because he has succeeded in looting all the money and making everybody poor. So whatever they said, people followed him. So that is my contribution. Look at the present state of life. Like somebody said here, you have not been in pain because this hardship has not gotten to your people. This killing have not gotten to our people. This all the way they do things in Nigeria now have not gotten to our people. So we have to stand up and continue pushing. Let us continue educating our people to get their PVC, to go and register your, their PVC. Do whatever you can on your own domain. Engage your people. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Letgo, for that very smooth and brave delivery. Let's move straight to the next person we have here. Mr. Okundaye, it's been a while. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please go ahead and make your contributions. Mr. Okundaye.
Good evening, Sister Kashi. Good evening, all the panelists and all the viewers at home. Good evening.
Mr. Okundaye, how are you today?
Well, we are managing with the grace of God.
Okay, so, please go ahead and make your contributions.
Although the The topic I saw here was, or I see here is that Tinubu, and BA. What is the meaning of that? A perfect match. So I don't really understand that thing.
Okay, Mr. Kundaye, basically, we're just talking about, we wanted, or rather, people were speculating about a possible merger between Peter Obi and Kwankwaso, but that merger has dragged a little bit. It has dragged for a very long time now, so we're not very sure who the running mate is going to be. And also, there have been some speculations that APC is trying to woo Kwankwaso to their own side. And we're also asking, if we don't get Kwankwaso, or if the Labour Party doesn't get Kwankwaso as a running mate, what do you think about Sanusi Lamido?
Now, let me say something because I'm always predicting things. Me, for now, we don't even need to talk about Kwankwaso or any other party again. If I can talk to Labour Party and Mr. Peter Obi, I will have advised him to go for one spoke boy that was speaking when they were being killed by Buhari government. What is his name? What is their? Is they are Muslim? They call them Shai. Shai Muslim. They were Shai, whether Shai Muslim or Shai Muslim, what they call. That time there is one spoke boy that always speak for them. So let Peter Obi go for that boy as vice president. That is just my solution to all these things. And we will see a moment if he goes to that boy, the moment that is going to come out from the north will be even be higher than what do they call it? Kwankwaso have in the north. You should go for that shy Muslim boy. So that is my advice to them. If anybody can reach Peter Obi now, whenever you people watch that video that where soldiers shot them, where they were doing their parade rally or parade this thing of their Muslim prayer or something. There is one boy, I don't really know his name. He's always the one speaking. It was the one who said that no Buhari place, their children are here, all of them, they know each other. So you should go for that boy as vice president. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kundaye. I'm going to ask you real quick, Mr. Kundaye, concerning the CJ, and that's the Chief Justice of Nigeria was, some people said it was forcefully made to resign, and another person has been put, Mr. Olukayode has been put to as the acting Chief Justice of Nigeria at the moment. But there has also been some speculations from people saying, "Oh, if there's an agenda or is a strategy or something like that." So I want you, what do you think about that?
Please, so which of the CGN, the old man or the old man?
Mohammed Tanko, or what's that? Mohammed Tanko, something like that. I think that's his name.
Okay, thank you. I did not even know that he has been removed. Of a truth, because if Nigeria, that is why I said Nigeria, those who claim to educate, I don't know the kind of education they have. Because but a person did not read law according to what they said. He did not read law according to Nigerian law. He always went to Muslim. He only went to Muslim laws, Muslim this thing. It's just like me now, who doesn't believe on Christianity and Muslimism. I just come out to borrow because we can make a good decision in my religion. They just make me a chief judge of Nigeria. That is what happened there. So automatically, because we did not have those who thought they are educated, but they are not educated, if really they were educated, they would have known that that man is supposed not to be chief of their judge. So it's very simple. It is not, they have no other strategy than doing the right thing at the right time. So if the man is removed, the man doesn't want it at all to be the chief judge. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Okundaye. I'm just going to quickly take a call right now. Here we have a caller from the UK. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you. Sir, thank you so much for joining us. What's your name, please? Can you speak louder, please? We can barely hear you. You can make your contributions via this call now that you're making, or you can just click on the link on the comment section and it will bring you straight to our screen. I said, sir, I can barely hear you. You really need to speak up so people can hear you. We're currently on live and a lot of people are watching. Okay, sir. Once you fix that, you can always call us back or you can drop a WhatsApp message here making your contributions. Thank you very much, sir, for calling. We appreciate all the callers. Thank you so much. We're going to move straight to the next person we have here, which is Mr. Charles. Mr. Charles, thank you so much for joining. I can say Engineer Ken has been trying to join. You've been joining and leaving. Engineer Ken, what's going on with your network now? Okay, Mr. Charles, please.
Yeah, Miss Kachi, thank
No.
you
I'm so
for
sorry. I'm so sorry, Mr. Charles. I apologize. I really am so sorry. There's somebody else before you, which is Mr. Lucky Raff. Mr. Lucky Raff was actually here before you. So sorry about that,
okay,
sir. You do very
okay.
well. Okay, Mr. Lucky Raff,
Uh,
please go ahead and make your
Hello,
contributions.
how are you?
Good evening, Kachi. Good evening, my fellow
Good evening,
panelists.
Kachi. How are you?
I greet all that are listening. So, based on the discussion, I think for us, our time, we are spending so much time in, discussing about who will be the vice president and all that. There are people who their duty, they are focused on this issue constantly. But since we are discussing about it, Kwankwaso will never be uh, Tinubu running mate because if he tries that, the little prestige he has will just going to thin air. There are few things that people are still believing that qualities that people are still believing left with Kwankwaso. If he tries it, is that's the end of his legacy. So I don't think it's possible. Just like just yesterday, people are talking about Kwankwaso and Oshibajo. Today is now Kwankwaso Tinubu. All these things are not is not existing at all. That's just rumors. So let's
Okay.
forget about it. Um, the thing is that there are things we have to be dealing with to make uh, this journey work out as planned, which is campaigning, selling our candidate. So that's what I think we should focus more on.
Okay.
Definitely, the Labour Party is looking for they're not looking for old uh, candidate. They are looking for somebody that is 60 below. So many things are in. They are considering a lot of things,
Okay.
and I strongly believe knowing who the man, our principal, is not someone who will just accept anybody. So I believe he's putting everything in on our behalf. I believe he's
Okay.
working so hard to make things happen. The
All
way is
right.
going to favor the youth.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Lucky Raf, for that.
Thank
Thank you. Besides, I don't really think we're deliberating more. Some people have been saying, oh, we're deliberating too much on this issue. But the truth is, we're not the only ones here. We have a lot of people watching. There are some people that are still yet to decide whom to vote for. That's why we come here every day to make them understand why we have to vote for this person, why we have to keep doing what we are doing right now, the reason why we have to vote. That is why we come here every day to sensitize people, to make them understand that this cannot be business as usual. 2,000 naira cannot do anything for you right now. 10,000 naira is not enough for you to sell your vote. I mean, that is why we come out every day to talk and to do the little we can do. And also, I believe you guys are also doing what you can do too. Thank you very much. I'm going to go straight to Mr. Charles. Mr. Charles, please.
Sister Kachi. You see, there is something I want to ask.
Mr. Charles,
In the
before you
north,
go ahead, how are you? How are you today?
I'm very sorry, my sister. I'm very well, and you too.
I'm fine, thank you. Please go ahead.
So there is something I want to ask, please. Is it that there are no other people, other person in the northern that each time we are looking for president or vice president, it must be a Fulanese? What happened to other tribes on the other ethnics in the north?
Well,
Don't they have a?
I think the reason is because I mean you have to get at least 25 votes from 25% from every region to be able to be president.
So are you guys telling me that in the whole
answer
part
that
of north, the Fulanis are the most
Okay,
populated?
Mr.
Yeah,
Charles,
yeah.
somebody wants to answer that question you just asked. You said, why is it that they don't go for other people apart from the Fulanis whenever they are looking for a vice? Mr. Leftis wants to answer you. Please let him answer you.
Mr. Charles,
Yeah, my brother.
you're asking very, very relevant questions, and you know the answer because we are already answering it before I said I want to answer. Yes, why it is always Fulani? Because when Fulani has taken over the northern part of the area, they are more now, they are in charge of the north, just the way they are in charge of Nigeria. The Hausa speaking language have been subdued and conquered by this Fulani. If you go to history, you see how the Usman, what do you call him, Madam Fodo, came in and start conquering. And they are also, this is what they have done to the north. So they are in charge. An average Hausa man, an average Hausa speaking man is under almost the Fulanis. So it looked like now the Fulani are the majority and they are more into politics. If you watch, almost all the sensitive parts is Fulanis. So they know what they are doing. Exactly. So that is why everywhere you see a Nigerian sensitive position, it's not a Hausa man, it is a Fulani. Politics, it is not an Hausa man, it is a Fulani man. So if you must carry them along, you need to represent federal character, we say. It's normal. You need to put in federal character into the political scheme. That is, if a president is coming from the north, you need to get somebody from the south to deputize as vice. But unfortunately, I'll give you your time before I'll come and I talk more of this. But unfortunately, this federal character only take place when they come to power. When they're in the offices, they don't do this federal character, especially the Fulanis. So that is the answer for you. So you can go ahead, sir.
Okay, because I know why I asked this question. Because you see, the same thing they did to north, they are still doing it to the south today, trying to suppress the south so that they can be in charge. But that's not real. You see, about Obi taking a VP, I think Kwankwaso is never an option, but they are just trying to see. Since they started this thing, I know that Kwankwaso can never accept to be a deputy because he has made it clear that he can never deputize Obi. That means it is not possible for him to be a deputy to Obi. And his supporters are making it known on social media. So I don't think it has never been an option. And I expect Mr. Peter Obi all this while to forget about Kwankwaso and look for someone else, like someone say Sanusi. And there are other people that are very young that even the ordinary man in the north can listen to. There are many of them. I think they have to look for those people, such a person, and then get as VP. Not stop. They should stop going and negotiating with Kwankwaso because it will never happen. It can never. Kwankwaso see himself as a superior to Mr. Peter Obi, which I know that is he's just deceiving himself. And this again, he sees himself as someone who has been in
Charles,
politics.
why did you say he's just deceiving himself?
Why I say he's just deceiving himself. You see, in the south now, as I'm talking to you, Obi
Kwankwaso is only having, I think, in North Central. Even if in that North Central, he don't have most. He don't. It's only in the North and one or two states he can say, I can get. If there is election today, I bet you, Kwankwaso will not even win the Kanu. He will not win Kanu. I am telling you with all assurance. If there's election today, he cannot win Kanu. But if there's election in the in East today, I bet you, Mr. Obi, in the whole Southeast, he will win it. And in the South side, he get vote. So I don't see Kwankwaso making himself as if he is more superior than Obi. He's just deceiving himself. And that is that is a called Fulani man. Because they never want to be under anybody. That's Trump deceiving himself because he cannot win Kanu as far as I'm concerned. As far as Nigeria is
Mr. Charles, don't you think that Kwankwaso has the right clout and following?
Kwankwaso have crowd, but not like as it is today. Obi have more crowd following him than Kwankwaso. Forget about the ranting. If there's election in Kanu, I'm just talking the Kanu he came from. He cannot win election in Kanu today. As long as APC governor is there, Kwankwaso will not win election in Kanu. He will not.
He is 100%. He is 100% right. But issue of Kwankwaso is gone. They are talking to many other people.
All right, thank you, Mr. Kiraf. Mr. Charles, please go ahead.
So if Obi, we please look for someone, a younger generation, between 30s to 50s. I think he will make the person and somebody that is like someone made mention of that share spokesperson. Some people like that who will talk to the ordinary person in the North. Good people, because such people they have been suffered a lot in the hands of this present government. I think those people will make a good VP to him. That's all we are looking for. Not someone with who has been in politics, who has somebody who can go down to an ordinary people, educate them, tell them, let them know that if these are suffering, they like it or not, that the change is coming. They should forget about, make them know that since you have been a Muslim fighting for these people, have your condition changed. And these are the people we need, not big names. Yeah, big names are good, but sometimes you don't need big names.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Okay. Mr. Charles, please go ahead.
So this sometimes, like I say, big names are good, fine, but sometimes there are many occasions, with big names doesn't help, because the people you are overlooking, the people you think they can do nothing, they can help more than big names that we are looking at as Kwankwaso and Sanusi as big names. If we can look down, he can find someone who can do better than all these people. But if he wish to go for Sanusi, fine. But Sanusi is also a good person, and he's well educated. He can talk to ordinary people. He knows the suffering of an ordinary Hausa man and another man in the street. He knows it. So if he will accept and do it with all his heart, because that's what is very, very important here. Doing something with all your heart, because I know that during Jonathan, many of them they are working with Jonathan, but they are against Jonathan. If we can get someone who will work with Obi, if Sanusi will agree to work with Obi, not accepting Obi, but at the end of the day working against Obi, I tell you, Nigeria, Obi will get more votes from the North if he will do that, because that's very, very important.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Charles, for that. I'm going to come back to you shortly. I'm going to go straight to Engineer Ken. Engineer Ken, good evening to you. How are you today? Engineer Ken.
KG, please, can I say something?
Okay, please go ahead. Since Engineer Ken is not ready for us, please go ahead.
Yeah, I want to say concerning this Kwankwaso, just to address a few things the last speaker said. You know, I know they said two good heads are better than one. Um, let us not forget that our principal, Mr. Peter Obi, was once a two-time governor, and he's a politician. And no matter how many, discussion we have here in making permutations, let us also give him that credit that he's a politician and he knows what he's doing. None of us told him to leave the PDP. He knows what he saw before he left the PDP. And if he is scouting for a VP to run with him, he knows what he's doing. So I think it's not bad to make suggestions, but at the same time, let us pay attention to what Mr. Peter Obi and his crew are doing and give him our support. There was something you said about the CJN. We should put the light on that, the new one and all that, whether there was a plot or something. I think if you listen to Arise TV this morning, there's a lawyer that was interviewed, Dele Farotimi. He said a lot of things, and I want anyone on this line listening, if you want to know, have an idea of the decisions surrounding the CGN was removed and the new one that was put. Just listening to that interview, because I'm not a legal practitioner, but this is a legal practitioner in Nigeria speaking, and I think you have an idea of why such was done. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for that. Engineer Ken, are you ready for us now, please? Okay, I guess Engineer Ken is not ready. Everybody has made their contributions apart from Mr. Leftis. Mr. Leftis, please, you have the floor.
Yes, I'm happy to be back, though I was here before. I observe Igbe 2023 for Obi. I wanted to say today, if I don't hear from Igbe, I would have said, Igbe, where you can't do, because for over some time, we'll not be hearing from Mr. Igbe. Thank you, and I'm happy to see you here.
Thank you, sir. I did a little bit occupied. That is why. Thank you, right, Mr. Lefty.
Thank you very much. I have it in my mind. Yesterday, who is this Igbe? Because the guy hated day. So
God bless you, my brother.
Yes,
you are blessed.
Yeah, I will start from the where I stopped before. I observed that my first interjection when I interjected Kashi to stop lamentation, that it didn't go well with a lot of people, because I got some feedback that some people are angry that why will I stop Kachi? But my question is, was I against Kachi? How did I interject? I like to be very sorry, but on this occasion, I want to get reasons why I will say sorry, because this is a matter eating all of us up. And this matter is eating almost Nigerians. People are dying every day. A man called into this program and he cried. So people talk here with strong emotion. And today, Kachi got very emotional. And I had to quickly interject to say, if na cow, they make you emotional. On a very soft side, I say I like the emotion. But meanwhile, I went further to express what these people have been doing with their cow. How cow is the first citizen of Nigeria. I even went further to state that I am taking this opinion on Nigeria Watch, that cow is the president of Nigeria. So how come some people are angry? How come some people are saying the way I stop Kachi is not? Look, I don't know how to express this. I'm not angry, but we should please wise up and open our ear. Unless maybe these persons are looking for fault from me, and you will get millions of fault from me because I am who I am.
Baba, make I respond to you quickly. I don't know the people that reached out to you to tell you that you are antagonizing Kachi. I would say this. You know, it's okay to be emotional. There's nothing wrong to be emotional. So my sister Kachi, you are emotional. That is fine. You understand? My brother, just there are three of us here listening to this as we are driving. And just before you interjected my sister Kachi, my brother here also said, "Sister, you are being emotional. Just relax." Just as he was saying that, you now said it. So, if some people have taken it, the wrong way, that you shouldn't have interjected her, I would say, that is their own opinion. But I think you did not do it in a bad spirit. You were only trying to redirect the conversation. Okay? We know
Yes, thank
that
you.
the current government of Nigeria right now value cow more than human being. And the reason why I believe we are here and Nigeria Watch is doing what they are doing is to educate the people so that we can take back our country from the people that value cow more than us.
Thank you very much, sir.
So, my brother, don't feel bad. People might have whatever you do, mouth will talk. Fela singer, anything where you do, mouth will talk. So just do what you are doing, and whatever feedback you get, just take it in good faith and continue to forge ahead for the better Nigeria. Thank you.
All right, thank you for helping me out. So with this feedback I got from you directly here on the platform, I wouldn't want to go further because I had so many things that I wanted to express because I was not happy. I was not happy when I got that feedback. It's like discouraging me. Very bad discouragement. But nobody can discourage me. That's why I said before I talk, I want to first of all express that out so that I'll be very free. I don't want to carry grudges and say these people. I don't want to use bad language because sometimes when I'm angry, people don't really know I'm not a perfect person. And when I'm angry, I can be very, very stupid, very, very stupid. That is lucky for you. But I try not to.
Nobody is perfect, sir.
So on that note, I want to start from the topic the way we started because I like food. As we came online, I was cooking a special food for myself. Nobody would do that for me. I just want to do it. So I keep this, I go, I keep. It's very unusual. You see me put off my camera and all that. I was busy. And calls were coming in. I was still talking and all that. So now I am back. And I want to start from how we started. Yes, the topic was what? We played how many videos? We played videos like we started like this, that PDP.
Lefties, can you hear me?
I can hear you, sir.
All right. Please, we beg for your permission so that we can relieve Kashi now, because I was about relieving her before you came in. So,
I'm here.
Okay. Yes. Kashi, you are lucky now. Lefties will be relieving you. Now, I hope you are happy.
Yeah, she should be happy. I hope you're happy, Kashi. Kashi, you are not talking.
Sorry, my mic was muted.
Okay, no problem. I know you're happy. I've seen it. Without you talking, I've seen your heart. So you can take a break and go and drink water. Thank you very much. Yes.
All right, thank you.
The issue of PDP telling Obasanjo, they're giving Obasanjo 48 hours to reverse what he said. It's like they are jamming rock. They've forgotten who Obasanjo is. And the Obasanjo I know, nothing will shake him, and he cannot eat his vomit. What he said is true. He believed on what he said, and he wrote it on his published book. So they are just afraid. They are afraid because already that alone has demarcated Atiku. And so many several other allegation coming online against Atiku.
Lefties, before you go, do you think Obasanjo will respond? Because they're giving him ultimatum of 48 hours to apologize or revert back his word against Atiku.
Obasanjo will not mind them. Obasanjo will respond and even do the worst. You don't know OBJ.
Okay.
Obasanjo, if he must respond, he will respond and do the worst. Because Obasanjo said, yes, he agreed that he's a thief. But the one way my vice thief, he sold Nigeria. He has already agreed that he's a thief.
Also remember after the Obasanjo's topic, we also have another strong topic here, which we all have been deliberating on since. Kwankwaso, Tinubu wants Kwankwaso as a vice president. It's a very, very big situation right now. As you can see, a lot of the candidates are calling for Kwankwaso as a vice president. As you know, Peter Obi was the first person who indicated interest to have him as a vice president. Now, Tinubu and his people are also calling him for a vice president, and many, many other parties. The question here, me myself personally, is asking is that who is Kwankwaso? Because I don't know. The guy looks so important. Why is it that everybody wants him as a vice?
Okay, if you want me to also throw some few light on that, I will say a pride before a fall. Before now, Kwankwaso had a very good movement. When all these political parties were all being, when these toggery governments were online, Kwankwaso had a movement. He's a nice man. He had a good heart. Yes, we must not miss that. Kwankwaso have a good name.
Are you saying that because he has a good heart, that's why people want him? No, I don't think so.
See, I said a pride before a fall. One thing is to have a good name. Two is to have an attitude and good leadership character.
Okay.
That is why I say a pride before a fall. Yes, we needed somebody from the north because we can't take somebody from the south, north. And that is why, even if Kwankwaso agreed to be Tinubu vice president, it will be a bad market to work against them. I say that. It's not possible now. Muslim. It's supposed to be Christian Muslim, or Muslim Christian. So if Kwankwaso, the moment Kwankwaso agreed, any other, see, Tinubu is having problem. He is a Muslim, and most of all these people are Muslims. And he's going to be having, that is his own cup of tea, that's his own problem. So it's going to be very difficult for him. Because the moment he gets Muslim ticket, a lot of people that love him, although few people are like him, so they will follow him, he will lose it. He's good. So Kwankwaso going for Tinubu, I don't see it happening personally, because the moment he accepts going for Tinubu, it means he has sold and soiled his name. Me personally, I don't see Kwankwaso agree to go for Tinubu. That's for that. Two people wanted to respond.
Mori raised up his hand. Okay, we have Mr. Gariva Kennedy. Then you go to Mr. Mori after that.
Yes, Gariva Kennedy, please talk to us. You wanted to respond quickly.
Yes. Thank you very much. I wanted to quickly respond in two fronts, but very quickly. I don't have to take too much time. The Obasanjo saga. I think that is a political statement. You know, these people, they are all the same. Obasanjo has spoken about Atiku so many years ago, so I don't think it's new. I don't know why the PDP, they are giving him ultimatum to respond to what he has said. He wrote it in a book and he has said it on the national media so many times. I don't think that is important. You know, these politicians, they are all the same. If Obasanjo is saying he was surprised or kind of disappointed, that is your vice president. It was your vice president. If fraudulent acts was happening under your watch and you were there as a president, I think himself should take some blame too. I don't think that is important. These people, you see them tomorrow sitting together and they're sharing our money again. They are all the same. So about the Kwankwaso, Rabiu Kwankwaso, he has a very large followership in Kano. And what I'm seeing there is it might be difficult for Tinubu to pick Kwankwaso as a running mate because they are, according to my brother who has just spoken, Muslim ticket. That is one. That will not be sellable to Nigerians. It's not plausible at all, and it's not feasible. Muslim. But these people, they can just do anything, whatever they like. But if you look at it, you see Kwankwaso and what's the name of this man? The Ganduje. They are not friendly. They are two different on the parallel lines. And Ganduje is very close to Mr. Tinubu. So I don't know how they're going to work that out. Ganduje was always with Tinubu during the primaries and all that. And Ganduje and Kwankwaso, they are far apart. So I don't know how that is going to work out. But for Kwankwaso, he has a large followership because Kano has a very large voting block. You know, I think it's next to Lagos or so. So I think he has a electoral value, a lot of electoral values, and a lot of people want to go for him. That's what I say about him. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much. Mr. Mobude, you will also signify interest. Please talk to us.
Good evening, sirs.
Good evening.
I'm very glad for giving me this opportunity once again. You know, I said it here in this platform that if only Kwankwaso can accept to be Peter Obi running mate, we should just go home and relax because they will have already won the election already. If you ask any Fulani man, any outside man who is not Fulani, he will tell you that he prefers Kwankwaso than Peter Obi to become our president. Kwankwaso is a man of integrity, a man full of integrity. This is a man who will never beg for anybody to come his way, but he will tell you that the only way to get the youth is to do the right thing. To do the right thing. Kwankwaso, the only things I know about Kwankwaso in Kano, the youth respect him a lot. Believe me or not, Tinubu cannot get any vote from Kano because the answers they are saying it every day that man cannot be their president. Every blessed day. I'm this type that do sell in market. I hear them when they're saying it that every blessed day they will never allow that man to be their president. For Tinubu to be their president, they rather go for Atiku. That's why I'm always praying every day. If Kwankwaso can only allow to be Peter Obi vice president, Sasama, the election is already out. Believe me or not, I'm always praying. Maybe the man should just ask, okay, I will run with Peter Obi. This one that Tinubu is running up and down, he does not know who to pick. He's getting it wrong already. That's why so we don't need old men. For the people who are online who are hearing me now, because their knowledge is very weak. Eh? Okay, now he's a Muslim. He's going for another Muslim again. You can see that their mentality is running low, is wearing out. Please, Sasama, whoever is hearing me right now, as far as you are youth, being youth or not, please, let's get this thing right once and for all. Let's get this right once and for all. This is just a great opportunity when it comes to politics in Nigeria. Please, thank you, sir.
Yes, thank you very much. But if I must, is there anybody that want to respond to that? Though both of them have said it all. Nobody went as far because he stays in the north, I guess, and I think he knows much about the northern people, and he's giving us feeders on how the northern people, whatever they are saying now. But to me, I'll be so happy if whatever happened, because it's going to be in our favor. Because this one is going to really help us so much. There are not so much disagreement and going to share a lot of vote, and that is to obedience favor. Okay, Machiavelli, talk to us. I saw your hand up.
Right. Good evening, Nigerians. Good evening, the panel. Good evening to all you all. I've been listening since. I was very busy. Just quickly want to drop this. You see, Nigerians, don't get confused. This is a game of tactics. The All Progressive Congress, they already know who their VP is. So don't get distracted, because this is a game they always use to try to see what the next person will do. Listen, they already know the dynamics on ground. So what they're doing now is to make you be running around. They are looking at the Obi's camp, what kind of person he's going to bring. That is why you see them moving this alliance. Try to say, let's go work with this. They already know who their target is and the person to be their VP. So don't get confused, Nigerians. The main focus, I told you guys when I came the other time, there are two things that needs to be done here. Obi is already having a formidable ground, but Obi himself has to come on ground right now. This is just listen, it's a way of pushing you to focus on one side while they are doing their thing. Because just as they say, just as the devil is planning, so also God is planning. I must categorically tell you now, some of you guys might be thinking, oh, they are going for medical treatment. That is a flat out lie. Any traveling, they are consulting. Okay? So Obi's camp need to know this. One, be on the ground. Start campaigning. You need to start your campaign. You need to send your message because these people are one step ahead of you. I told you the other day, Obi should be going to different states, regardless of what is happening. I'm telling you, regardless
can I
of
say
what is
something?
happening. Who's that? Sorry, who is that? Somebody was trying to ask a question.
I just want to chip in something.
Yeah, go on.
Okay, you see, concerning Obi's position now, I think Labour Party, they are getting more ground in Nigeria. Because I listened to an interview that was granted to Mazi Ezeoke, one of the interviews, when people are asking him the same thing we are discussing here now. He said that, look, there is this Obi's network or campaign network that many people are saying that where is the structure? That if you want to know all these things, you should get in contact with those people. That a lot of people are making donations. These people are going door to door, knocking, and they have these people who are representing them both in the local government world and all in the whole 36 state of Nigeria. That nobody should listen to all this news. All these questions people are saying we don't have structure. That they will understand when the campaign starts. And I had one,
Mr. Charles. You see, you will get it. Your own way of looking at this thing is you're getting it on the other side. Okay, you are listening to one side. I am giving you what is called what the tactics is. You are looking it on your own side based on. See, we shouldn't put sentiment out of this and try to discredit it like looking at it like, oh yes, Obi's camp there. Listen, when it comes to politics, we're talking about how it works, the dynamics, the tactics they use. They can give you something to play on why they are ahead of you. I am giving you politics is numbers. Obi and Kwankwaso will never happen. The reason is this. Kwankwaso wants to become the president. And the person under Kwankwaso is who? Alhaji Buba Galadima. He will never, because Buba Galadima has been fighting tooth and nail before the emergence of Obi. So these are going to be the hindrance.
I agree with you totally on this.
Hold on. The other side of it is that the All Progressive Congress, they know this thing. So what they do is to create a way for you to understand that, oh, we are trying to align with this one. Then you will be fighting why they are making their own already. They already have their candidate. So leave that aside. So what Obi needs to do, he's already seeing himself standing now. Anyone that is supporting Obi, that is why I keep saying, it's not about Obi, it's about your right. Obi needs to be fighting, and we, the people supporting him, need to be going from state to state. Anywhere there is an election, he needs to target that place. This is the problem, because you cannot have things like saying, yes, we are moving. Yes, the trail is moving. I agree. But how do you make it work? Is by engaging going into the heartland, telling the people this is who we are projecting. That is what matters. We should not be saying it like, oh yes, you know, it's already. No, it doesn't work like that. How did the Biden administration defeated the Trump administration? This is the same tactic. They had to be going to the heartland. and knocking on it. You need to walk on like that. So this is my thing. The other day when Obi should have gone to Ekiti, regardless, even if it's just a little vote, win it. Then when you start the proper campaign, that is when you start moving more. Because at this time, everybody is still consulting. Why they are consulting? Keep on sending your message. Why do you keep people still talking? So my own thing is that don't just get carried away with what is happening, because these people already have their candidate. Let me just tell you. So the sense of this one is traveling, this progressive Congress aspirant is traveling to so is for medical grant. That is a flat-out lie, because these people are working seriously. Day in, day out. They've got their specialty, they've got their machineries who are working tirelessly. Okay, so Obi's camp need to be ready as well with sophisticated elements that are going to change the dynamics as well. And that is why I said they need to be on the heartland. Okay, so on the Tango side, we spoke on that today. You see, a lot of us in the judiciary side of judiciary organs of government, they don't actually have their independence. People are still truncating them, and this is where we this is where we find ourselves. If 10 members of that part of government are already protesting against and the chief justice, it means there's a problem. Now, the issue there is, what is the problem that led to these 10 members putting a vote on him to protest him?
Sorry, Mr. Is 14 members, please.
14. Oh, yes, 14 members. Sorry. Thank you, Mr. Kennedy, for reminding me that. If these people, there is what we call it might be alleged misconduct of misuse of fund and thereabout. But my question is, if this guy is resigning without a proper investigation and they are already putting another one, Nigerians should be careful, because this is an election time. Imagine if the election, it goes this way, it goes that way. We don't want it like that. And it goes to the Supreme Court. Who has the Supreme Court in the way? They are the one. So we need to be very careful to say, as Nigerians, we demand thorough investigation to know what is actually happening. Why is this person resigning? Why is it so soon? And why is this person just put there automatically? We need to find out, because for me, all this during the time that the election is coming up now is very, very, very alarming.
Michael Belly, sorry, take the name, name it by the head, please. Just name it.
Like what?
Why must they bring Yoruba man now to become chief justice?
This is what Nigeria needs to know. That is why I told you this is an election time. We don't know what is happening. Let the investigation, and when the investigation starts, we don't even know what it's going to be. Like I said in the morning, we need a panel that is independent, that is going to go into this thing, so that we get a true fact of what really transpired. Because these people put in a protest, there is something fishing that we don't know, that you and I don't know. But as concerned citizens, we must know. We demand for it, because this is an election time. You are putting another person there. What if the election is now going towards the courts area and is heading to the Supreme Court? Who has the Supreme Court then? There we go. So I think this thing, we need to talk about it. We need to make them aware that, but for the Obi's camp, I must tell you, we should start working seriously. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. Mr. Bori will talk, but it looks like Kennedy has to say something. Mr. Kennedy wants to
Yeah,
interject.
sorry, sir, for interjecting. I have to actually sincerely apologize. Mr. Asamoto was talking about the judiciary, the CJN of a person. We experienced this about I think that was about 4 years ago during Onogen, as in water Onogen, right? So yeah, exactly the same thing. I just want to buttress what Mr. Asamota was saying. This thing happened during Onoges. It was about a year plus to the election. The same thing happened. So I just want to make sure I'm able to, add to what Mr. Samata is saying. Onogen was, tactically removed. They said he went to Dubai. He had a meeting with Atiku and so on and so forth. That was how he was removed. So it's just the same thing. So I want to support what Mr. Asamota was saying because now we are heading to election and this one is happening again. And for my brother that just said, why would they pick Yoruba man? Yoruba man has not been picked. He has not been picked. He has just been appointed on an acting capacity. You remember that when Onoge was picked too in the acting capacity, this Tanko Mohammed was the number six. And that is the same thing. What is happening now? Buhari can just come and pick somebody else over the Yoruba man, and there's nothing will happen. The same thing happened. You know that Mr. Onogen was in an acting capacity, and the acting capacity was renewed about 2 or 3 times. It was when Buhari was sick that Osinbajo has to confirm him. I think Osinbajo suffered that fate when he confirmed Onogen when Buhari was not around. So I just want to support what Mr. Asamota was saying. Thank you. Sorry for
All right.
interjecting.
It's okay. It's okay. Mr. Bori, talk to us.
Yeah, my beloved brother Lucky, thank you once again for giving me opportunity to make my little contribution. Kudos to Machiavelli for his great insight and other contributors so far. I want to quickly dwell on briefly on the Kano politics and Obasanjo's PDP's warning to Obasanjo and the removal of the CJN, if time will permit me. First of all, on the Kano politics, sometimes we like to give hope. I like to feel we are winning. The movement is on. It's spreading like a Hamatan fire. Nobody can stop it. It's a movie train. Those that are still at the train station should try and jump in and all that. But then it also comes to a time where we have to tell ourselves the truth. Politics is not about, as we try as much as possible to bask in the fora of the people's movement, vis-a-vis this movement, we have to also tell ourselves the naked truth. No matter how bitter it is, truth remains the truth, and it's sacrosanct. The Nigerian politics of today as it stands, if you look at the Nigerian political equation vividly, there is no way you can win Nigerian presidency without Kano and Lagos. The third place there, I think, is Rivers. So, what they are doing is not enough to say they already know who they have picked. No. If a Tinubu is allowed to pick somebody, he will not pick the person they have now as their space holder. Don't also forget, this space holder is a new language, it's a new factor in Nigerian politics. It has never been there before. So they are confused. It's not enough to just switch it away like, oh, they're already aware of who they're going to pick. And again, there's something Tinubu is not getting here. I think people around him should be getting this. They don't want him as the next president. If you look at what transpired, if you look at the build up to their primaries, I don't need to dwell so much on that. You don't need a prophet to tell you that he wasn't needed. He wasn't their candidate. When he went to Ogo, if you look at his outbursts, if you look at his utterances, if you look at his cry like a baby, you will understand that the Northern oligarchy, the Fulani factor was deeply in play. So there's something he's not getting. Even the few ones that are romancing with him, they are not doing that because they love him. They are doing it because of his current state of health. Eventually, if and only if he gets there, he's not going to be there for too long. So it will crave a way for them to come in. And again, no matter how old you feel the man is, no matter how reckless he could be in spending, the guy is also a very good strategist. I've known Tinubu for for a very long time in the days of Nadeko. When it comes to strategic moves, politically and otherwise, you can't take it away from the guy. So they are not just playing games. He understands the politics of Kano. He stands on a tripod currently involving Ganduje as the governor, involving Ibrahim Shekarau, and Kwankwaso. So this same man, people are not even talking about Ibrahim Shekarau, was the only man in the past who mobilized the youth, just the way of this movie right now, to dislodge the Kwakwasian factor. He removed Kwakwasian from office. You know, it was unbelievable. They could not believe it until it dawned on them that he was voted out of power. It took the person of Ibrahim Shekarau to do that. And since then, they have been at a loggerhead. But surprisingly, nobody knew what he did this time around. Kwankwaso has succeeded in pulling Ibrahim Shekarau from APC and a lot of others, a lot of other former chairmen, former governors, former and the current National Assembly members, House of Representative members. They are currently with NPP. Tinubu, being a strategic, knows the importance and the strategic location of Kano because of the population. So he doesn't want to gamble with that. So a lot of politics is going behind the scene in Kano as I speak to you. If he doesn't even run with Tinubu, if he runs with Tinubu, it's going to be a big plus to the Tinubu factor, to the Tinubu candidature. If he doesn't run with Tinubu, he's already destroying them there. If you conduct election today in Kano, APC will lose, and PDP will lose too heavily. So it's going to affect them. Give and take. If he decides to run with Tinubu, it will be good for him. If he doesn't run with Tinubu, Tinubu as a person does not want to lose Kano, knowing the strategic location and importance of Kano in terms of population. So that is the game you see. And again, some people, politicians, they overrate themselves sometimes. They're already equating themselves to MKO Abiola. If you remember what happened in 1993-94 presidential election, there was this Abiola KJB factor, Muslim ticket. So even in Kano, where Tofa heard from, he was defeated. So they are telling you, some of them are of the opinion that it doesn't matter. No matter how they go, they're going to win. There's something people are not getting. That Tinubu has looted a lot of money, does not in any way equate him to an Abiola. Before coming into politics, Abiola was already a factor. Is he in terms of religion? Is he in politics? Is he in sport? Is he in philanthropy? Whichever way you look at it, Abiola was already a president in his own right. So, people equating Tinubu to Abiola or Abiola KGB ticket to Tinubu and another Muslim ticket, I think it poses a grave danger for them. I don't know what they see in Tinubu that they feel, even if he picks another northerner as a Muslim, it doesn't matter. They know that I think they will be gambling with the Christian population if they do that. But the Kano factor, the Kwakwasian factor, like Mr. Evis asked, who is Kwankwaso? A one-time governor of Kano, a philanthropist in his own right. He has sponsored a lot of young people abroad for studies. He has a cult followership, like I said earlier. He's popular. But his popularity has not actually transcended beyond Kano and a few northwest states like Jigawa. So he's a factor to reckon with, considering the Nigerian geopolitical factors in Nigerian politics. So you cannot wish him away. But then it's also very crystal clear that a Kwankwaso cannot be a vice to Obi. Like I submitted earlier, the earlier we start shopping for a better alternative, the better for the Obi movement. Not a Kwankwaso. He will not see they have this mentality that not even to I started to say this. They don't want to even play second fiddle to any other person, not to talk of the region where Mr. Bill is from. So I don't want to mention certain things here. There are things that in their mind they have not recovered from. And before they recover from it, it will be too late for them. There's something they are dealing with. They don't want to let go. So it will bring their greatest undoing. So let's erase completely the possibility of a Kwankwaso becoming a VP to Obi. Somebody made mention of Jega. Jega is another credible human being. It's another guy, you know, brilliant another brilliant human being. But a lot of people have a lot of things against him. If you remember the election of 2014, 2015, a lot of people have not forgiven him. They felt he gave it on a platter of gold to his brother. You know, that has not been subjected to any validity test. But no matter how you look at it, there are a lot of Southerners that feel, oh, he connived with APC to bring Buhari on board. You know, that is their own opinion. Opinion is free, fast and sacred. So I think I've dwelled enough on this. The Kwankwaso and Rabiu, Ibrahim Shakarahu factor is already giving APC and PDP a sleepless night as far as Northwest politics generally is concerned, particularly Kano politics. If you conduct election today, like I said earlier, both PDP and APC will lose to NPP. That one is crystal clear. Let's not pretend here. You know, a combination of Kwankwaso and Ibrahim Shikarawu is a dangerous combination, anytime, any day. And Tinubu is aware of that. And Ganduje, a lot of people have been taken away from Ganduje. Even Chief of Staff to Ganduje, they call him former Chief of Staff to Ganduje, Ali Makoda, has been taken away from APC. Another House of Rep member, I think Tofa Dawaki or what they call him, has also been taken away from a lot of them. Another Badamusi Ayuba, you know, a lot of them have been pulled away from APC. Tinubu knows this. He doesn't want to gamble with this. What he's busy doing right now is to see the possibility of a reconciliation between Ganduje, Ibrahim Shekarawu, and Kwankwaso. Even if he doesn't agree to run with him, at least that reconciliation should be there. That understanding should be there. They don't want to gamble with the kind of vote. You know the vote en bloc, and their followers, they are not as political savvy or conscious as we are doing right now. We are rubbing minds. You can't try that in Edo. You can't try that somewhere in the south, somewhere else in the south. They will tell you, what they want. You can say whatever you want to say. They will do whatever they want to do. They have done it time and time again. I think I've said a lot on that direction. Let's do away with Kwankwaso. The earlier we start shopping for a better alternative, the better for us. But let nobody also come here to say whether we get a sellable candidate from the north or not. There will be movement, we win. No, we might win everywhere. Don't forget, we also need the 25% in some other areas where we cannot even win. So let's not come here and I don't belong to politicians who come to meeting and say we are winning everywhere. We will win. No, that has been my factor. We'll go to the meeting and tell you sorry.
Mr. Murray, sorry, it's me, Machiavelli. What you are saying is, I quite agree with you, because for the main thing now, what I'm looking at, I'm trying to put in the puzzles right now, because the three main parties now that are very in contention now, they are trying to woo back the North, which the APC is aware of because of the defection that has been happening. So they are very much worried what the Kwankwaso camp is actually doing. This is why you see the person on the flag bearer of the APC. That is why I said the Obi supporters, the Obi, we need to be very, 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 very among. He's a very intelligent person. So he is trying to make sure that he has bring this team back together, let everybody sit down. This is why you see the movement, everybody is moving around and they're saying it's medical, whatever. This is not the right thing. All we need to be doing is to actually watch out, check how they do this mathematics. Because this guy knows that the defection might lead to the downfall of the All Progressive. And he's working tirelessly to make sure he brings everybody together so that they can also have a formidable force. Because the three main parties now, Obi is moving on the other side, Kwankwaso is moving on the other side, defection is on his own side. So you see that he's still waving. That is why I said we clamoring for Obi as for change. I always believe on the change for little parties. they should try as much as possible to be working on the ground so that it might not be Obi, the supporters will be moving around to actually woo these people back. Because the APC, whether you like it or not, they are also shaky because of this defection. I'm telling you. And that is why they see Kwankwaso and all these Buba Galadima and co. They see them as another great opposers that are going to oppose them in the north. And if you also look at the Atiku fashion, they are also sophisticated as well. So we got to look at all of them. We should not just say, oh, they are pushovers, because these people, you have to understand that they are bigger parties and they understand where it's going to start. So as the obese camp is moving, as they are moving, the trend is moving, they also need to walk as fast. That is what I'm trying to say, to catch up with these people as well, so that everybody will be dragging it. So if Obi can drag a bit to what he has on the side, it's already there. So that is what I'm trying to say. Because Kwankwaso with Obi is not going to work at all, because Buba Galadima and the rest, they will not allow it, because they have been working tirelessly before. This is where my feeling is, because
it's totally
I
out of
know.
the question. You're right. Kwankwaso and Obi is totally out of the question.
Yeah, okay. Because Buba Galadima has been saying he has been projecting Kwankwaso for over a year now. So this is the same Buba Galadima that has been in the center that brought this government in before. So he know how to consult people. He's very good at it. So you see that to have an alliance with such people, to be honest, if Obi and Kwankwaso merge together, to be honest with me, I'll tell you, my fellow brothers and sisters, it will be a miracle. Thank you.
Thank you for your great insight. Another thing, Kwankwaso is also aware, if you look at it, he knows he cannot make much inroad into the southern politics. So what they are doing, what they will end up doing, he wants to galvanize his own geopolitical zone. Now that he's not the bride of every politician from the south, so he might end up working with a Tinubu. What they are doing at the moment is a possibility of. You saw that Jibrin that spoke in favor of, that is currently speaking for Kwankwaso. A few weeks ago, he was speaking for Tinubu. So that goes to tell you that you don't need to wait. You know, the handwriting of the wall is already obvious. The fall of the yellow leaf, they say, is a signal to the green one. So if 3 weeks ago, if Jibrin was speaking on the side of Jagaban, today he's speaking for Kwankwaso. So that shows that guy is, there's something in common there. What that one tells you is that they want to use Kwankwaso to galvanize that area as much as they can. You also look at Tinubu.
That is what they're doing. You are right. But the point is, the only person that is they are going to woo now, if Jibrin want to get Kwankwaso, is Buba Galadima.
Yeah, can I add my point, sir?
Yeah.
If you look at the run up to the primaries, Tinubu didn't go to the southeast one day. He didn't go there. I'm not sure he sent anybody to go canvass there to the southeast. He just neglected the southeast and almost the south, as if, okay, if I add what I have in the southwest to the north, he was just trying to leverage on his so quote unquote popularity from that region. They know how it works, Until Tinubu was able to form an alliance with Buhari, no matter the population, no matter the popularity, quote unquote, no matter the 12 million votes, that was ascribed to Buhari, he could not make it as a president. So they know how they roll. But this time around, Obi movement has come as a destabilizing factor, as a factor to destabilize that status quo. So what they are doing right now, if he cannot get a Kwankwaso as a running mate, he has to do everything humanly possible to reconcile the factors, that tripod, that political tripod, Ganduje, Kwankwaso, and Ibrahim Shekirawu. A lot of things, a lot of people have been taken away from APC as we speak. It's almost an empty house. Even in the last election, Ganduje was actually defeated. So they made a maneuver. There was a maneuver that called for a run. That was where they were able to, get the other guy out of the way. So they know this so much. They know very well that if you conduct the election today, there's no way for APC and PDP in Kano. Given the factor of Kwankwaso and Ibrahim Shekirawu, They are dangerous factor anytime, anything, like I said before. I think we have dwelled on this issue for too long. We don't have to promote our enemies. And on the Obasanjo's factor, I don't know who was speaking for PDP. I think PDP should know Obasanjo better than her because he was their master that trained them how to do every dirty job they are doing today. So you can't be smarter than your master. In the loss of power, don't try to outsmart your master. I think it's a dangerous trend. You remember when he tore his PDP or membership card? They said it was a no factor. You know, they know anytime, any day, no matter how you don't like Obasanjo, you know, he has seen the good, the bad, and the ugly of Nigerian politics. It's another dangerous weapon you are seeing there. You might not like him, you might not like his ways, you know, his utterances. Now that they are giving him ultimatum, they will go behind him and beg. If not openly, they will go and beg. If they don't beg, he will come out with more ballistic missiles against PDP. And they know the danger of that. Thank you very much. I rest my case so that other people can have their floor. Thank you.
Yes, I just allowed you people you Machiavelli to keep on educating us because we too we all enjoy your disposition. But all the same, for all the people Igbo that they speak is make a come to now. Now those people Igbo like CM don't come as he come now as begin speak pidgin English. Otherwise, network will cut today. My network will wait because of wait. Sure, see, there's nothing anybody will do that will supersede the movement of the people. Let me go back to where you people came from, especially my lovely brother Amori. You said it the way it is, but you forgot. Yes, you didn't forget. You are not telling them that you cannot equal Tinubu to Abiola. I will come. I just want to do small talk there. Abiola movement is like Peter Obi movement. It was everybody that was craving for Abiola. It was not political. It was not forced.
And that time we were not having choice that to take power from the military.
Yes, everybody. It was one of the best. That's why they gave June 12 Democracy Day. The world observing the most fierce and fairest so far. Everybody was on the street just the same way. Everybody's clamoring and craving for Obi. So if those people that think they are clever and don't know politics are talking because they can talk, let them go back again and see why Abiola was who he was. Just like Mr. Mori have said it, Abiola was down to earth. Was it his spot? Abiola base. Airline he has. Politically, he was there. And one of the best philanthropists. He was touching lives. So you cannot compare Abiola to Tinubu. Tinubu now. Abiola was not as greedy as Tinubu, even if, or quote, that he's not a perfect man. He was not collecting from everybody. He didn't collect Lagos. He didn't take what belonged to the government and change it to his name. He didn't create area boys. He encouraged sports. See, Abiola Stadium. Abiola had sport competition he was sponsoring. He was into sports. He was just everywhere. How can you compare such man to a man that is talking of how to drag? He has not been president, talking of how to expand tax nets. He's not talking of how to give Nigeria the best quality education. He's not talking of how to improve on our facilities. He's not talking of how to talk on the security of life and properties. He's not talking of the problem militating against Nigeria. Watch. He's talking about to expand our tax net so that capture more people that can be paying tax. Are we sick? He's talking of how we will not be using cash. So that when you capture everybody, he's a selfish man. Everything he does, for those that say he's a leader, everything he does is for himself and his cronies. All he knows is how to collect. He's in France now. They said political beating. Why some say hurt? Anyhow, whatever he came to do, without a political beating, he will look on me. Whether that hurt, he will look on me. The Obi movement is like that of Abiola, that everybody is tired of this killing, this bad government. Everybody just want this change. We're not looking at where you come from. We want somebody that can do damage and rescue Nigeria. Whether it's Fulani man, we don't care. Who said something? He said, if only Sanusi will be ready to truly, see the word, truly work with Obi. Because sometimes, I think this thing's like a court. The Fulani people, they love themselves more than every other thing. Whatever they want to do will be for their favor. That's why sometimes I want to believe that it is true that they have an agenda of conquering Nigeria. Because if you actually have this country in your heart, if you actually want to serve this country without prejudice, they know what to do. See what is going on in the judiciary. So some are already clamoring to say they should reform the judiciary. The man that just resigned, if you read his antecedent, you see that he's a quack. He was fixed there by Buhari to work for Buhari. Kwabi, I read every day. I just shook my head. And he was also I think from the feedbacks we are getting now, his resignation was not ordinary. They just, they've used him. They want to change him for the next level. So Tinubu can never, ever equal Abiola, and Tinubu can never, ever again equal Obi. A movement has come to stay. It's a movie train. No matter how the English we speak, let this happen. This is the mind of the people. The people are also saying, and I want to assure you, somebody also said in the comment section, and somebody also said before, that Obi is a politician. We should not underestimate him. That he's also doing what he needs to do. That most things we are saying here, he knows. He's been there. He's working with them. He knows. So that will not stop us from not talking. He knows. He knows what he's doing. I am sure he knows. So on that note, two people just came in. Oh, no, Ghost was here before. I think it's CM that just came in. Mr. CM, good evening, sir.
Okay. Good evening, leftist. Itoya, yeah. Good evening.
I greet you.
I greet you too, and I greet everybody.
Please talk to us.
I think. Well, let me just say this. Then you clarify before I continue again. I quite enjoyed the analysis of the firebrand Omorui. So I quite enjoy his analysis. Yes, we all know. Somebody like me, I'm aware of what he's saying. I know. I may fault it only about 2, 3, or 5%, but the greater part of over 90, he's quite spot on. But one thing I would like us to factor in is this. As much as we are thinking what the other camp are doing, let me say it does not mean that Obi camp is sleeping. That's one thing we have to know. But maybe at the level where we are, we might not. We think that something is not going on underground. something is going on, because I believe somebody like Pat Utomi, who said it that is a third force. They want to remove APC, PDP, and they are willing to work with, make it broaden the base of the third force to include different parties. So Pat Utomi is somebody with credibility, and I respect him as an intellectual. Again, so he's a good thinker. He's a good thinker. I believe they are doing something that we all may not be aware of in terms of campaigning, going to the north underground and then doing one of those legworks. But that does not distract from the uphill task of going by the analysis of Omorui, which I believe is also is something to be taken into consideration. So to that extent, I feel Labour Party will be doing. I may be wrong. Obi camp, they should be doing something on the ground, but we may not know. It does not mean that they will just go and keep quiet and then leave everything to chance. I don't think so. That's one thing. Itoya, you've gone. One thing. Then regarding Obasanjo, yes, let me quickly get clarification from you. Itoya, what I want to ask is, because I'm not quite correct. Let me not
Sorry,
use the. I know.
I'm drinking water.
Okay, I know. It's okay. Water is life. So what I want to, this Obasanjo's, what Obasanjo said about maybe Atiku that PDP is giving him for 8 hours. Is it this one that he said in a children's gathering that he made mistake picking number 2, or do any other thing? Because I want to be current.
Yes, is this what I said just few days ago?
Okay, in the children's this thing. Okay, that's what
Yes,
PDP. That's what PDP is giving him a ultimatum for 8 hours to either apologize or withdraw it or something like that, isn't it?
yes, they forgot the one he wrote in his book.
That's what I want to say. You see, I think I said it here one day. There's what they call the power of black and white. When you put something down in a written book, in writing, and it's not just a document you carry around. It's a book that anybody can buy and read. Until Obasanjo issues another edition of that book, retracting it, whatever he stays there stays. Or Atiku will write his own book, if indeed, because if somebody you can write a book and say something, another person will write his own to balance it up. It's allowed. So Atiku hasn't written any book to debunk what Obasanjo said in his book. So this idea that Obasanjo has forgiven Atiku before, like he did in 2019 when Atiku picked the the PDP ticket in Port Harcourt and quickly rushed down to Abeokuta. They did a photo op. Obasanjo said, okay, he learned his lesson, let them go and vote for him, all this. With what Obasanjo said, he's still standing by what he said. And then regarding PDP ultimatum, it won't fly. Obasanjo as a person can never, because Obasanjo I don't think Obasanjo, the PDP can bully him into saying, okay, I'm sorry before the 48 hours after that. That cannot work. And moreover, Atiku is guilty as charged. What Obasanjo said is because so many Nigerians can corroborate that. So many, because Atiku was something, the shady deal he did before Obasanjo should say it out. Even okay, if one is saying that, what of Halliburton's case? What of American government investigating him? So I don't really see the need for PDP to say that. They should have pretended that they didn't hear it, and then before you know it, after a week or 2 weeks, it will just go off the media cycle or whatever. But for them to go and tell Obasanjo 48 hours ultimatum, that they want to keep it on the front burner and nothing will come out of it. That is my own independent opinion. I may be wrong, but this is what I feel. So on the thing regarding Kwankwaso and Tinubu will be a perfect match. Well, Kwankwaso is a Muslim, Tinubu is a Muslim. If they decide to go Muslim, that is for Nigerian voters to judge. But one thing I must have to make clear is this. I think the issue of Kwankwaso being a beautiful bride, sometimes, because Peter Obi is a good product to market, Kwankwaso even knows it. But the thing about Kwankwaso, if power If we are talking of power being in the north, I would have said Peter Obi be a VP to Kwankwaso. But we are talking of power coming down south. By next year, power must have been in the north for 8 years with a Muslim. Then how then do we say we are over 250 ethnic groups in Nigeria when power will leave 8 years from Kasen and then cross border to Kano State? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't. In the interest of equity and fair play and justice, it doesn't make sense. So to that extent, I don't think if Kwakwanso should not join Obi to become a VP to Obi, well, let him go. There's other good people, but let them look for somebody of influence, somebody who can, when you bring the person, he will first of all be clean, that you can't have anything to. It doesn't come with a lot of baggage. If at all, it will come with any. So we look for somebody like that, a Muslim from the north, maybe from Kasina, from Kano, or even from from Kaduna. Okay, we've got a Nama December from Kaduna before. Say, well, Kano or Kasina, you can always get somebody. Go through this thing. That there should be all these things is left for those the think tank of a Labour Party, Party Autonomy, and the rest, and those people putting it together. They should be able to come up with a name that can complement Obi, and then let's go. But meanwhile, if Kwakwanso is to go it alone, Kwakwanso will come down south to look for a VP again. And if he's coming to look for VP, he will also suffer the same, I mean, if not a worse fate. Because on his own, when they are talking about Kwakwanso, he might be restricted only Kano and some 3 states where they say his clout is so overbearing, but not in the middle belt, I suppose, or not in the northeast. So give or take, there is still room for maneuver on both sides. But to summarize, Obasanjo, I don't see Obasanjo giving any apology at all. And then secondly, Kwankwaso and Kwankwaso and the Tinubu ticket. That will tell you again that there's a crack in APC, because a ruling party for 7 years is still looking for alliance to bring a VP. That will tell you something. If you are the party in charge since 2015, and yet to get a VP from your party, you are still looking outside to bring somebody in, just like Labour is trying to do, because Labour is relatively new at this type of level of politicking. So they're looking for somebody to bring in. That tells you a lot of things are going bad. A lot of things the ground is not level the way they say, or things are falling apart in APC. I don't want to dwell on the speculation that a lot of senators are going to decamp. So that alone tells you that Tinubu, he's really not walking on water like some people may make us believe. No, I don't think so. So APC is cracking. It's cracking before our very eyes. If APC could be looking to somebody in NNPP for alliance to bring a VP from the north, despite the fact that they have most of the governors in the north, in the northern part of the country, and they couldn't bring in somebody. I mean, that tells you all that you need to know. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's true. APC is cracking. And PDP is not even was stronger either.
Yeah.
Obi movement has come to disrupt and destabilize this political thuggery that have been the corridors of power. Obi movement is it's an earthquake.
It is, because the people, you see, it is because from my own definition, because I'm here to learn. I always say it when I come on Nigeria this thing. I like listening to people so much than even speaking. Obi's movement is like, it's like the people are speaking. That's just the thing. People are frustrated and they want to speak. So this like the microphone everybody is holding, and they are speaking through the microphone. That's all. That's the way I look at it. It's not, to me, I don't think we'll be even envisioned something like this will happen. I don't think so. That when he enters the race, the reception will be so resounding. And it's because of the message he's giving, because this is a man that is articulating the problem of the country. In one of the interviews he gave, Obi said, because I'm also learning, Obi said their Nigeria is borrowing money that will not mature for payment until 2050. By then, Obi said all of us must have died. So instead of leaving assets for your children, you are leaving liabilities for them. So that will tell you as a youth what it means. Meanwhile, how can somebody at the age of 70 or 80 be borrowing money for people of 35 years when you are not investing it? What are you trying to tell them? So that these are the type of messages Obi is sending, and then people are reason when they go home, they now sit back and think and say, yes, this man is making a lot of sense because they are trying to mortgage or short our future has been mortgaged. Meanwhile, these are the people that are doing it. In the next couple of years, they may not be here, God willing. Then it then means that how are we gonna bankrupting the country and there's nothing to show for it. So Obi speaking, it's like he's talking the mind of the. I think he is not that. It's like he's actually speaking the mind of the people, and everybody just converging converging towards him, saying that yes, this is the hope. So I do not think I'm no shaking in terms in that direction. He is the person saying, I mean, saying what the people want to hear, articulating the problem of the country and then the solution. Why is it that up till now Atiku is not speaking? Atiku is not saying, despite the fact that they say he had the experience of being 8 years, yet he's not articulating the problem and preferring solution. I don't know, or maybe they're hoping for something. The Tinubu in APC, imagine you can't get a VP up till now from your party, and you are looking to somewhere else. I mean, that says a lot. So to me, there may be, I may be wrong, but I stand to be corrected, I stand to be educated. There may be God is really speaking in one way or the other, trying to alert the people that a new wave of change, a breath of fresh air is coming. And I want to believe that this movement, the situation, I mean, this movement going on now can never be in vain. There must be a good
Amen.
outcome. There must be a good outcome at the end. Meanwhile, we still have about 6 months to play around with campaign till then. So a lot of things can still happen. Some grounds that are not covered can still be covered. That is referring to the analysis given earlier by Omoru. A lot of ground can still be covered because every day when you see your loop, it's only if the thing is tomorrow you might say you didn't cover a lot of ground. So all these things, I know a lot of things will still be done. So many alliances will be reached. So many doors will be opened. Some will be closed. More vistas will be opened. So I have not given anything to chance. But the most important thing is that we have a candidate who is very clean. Obi is very that is what gives the joy. So that even if you are in the opposition, when it gets to the crunch time of trying to throw stones or cast aspersion on somebody's character, there won't be. I don't think you see anyone to. I don't really think. And the Obi cannot be that stupid between now until then to go and commit himself with one type of scandal. It can't happen. I don't think so. So if he hasn't gotten any scandal up to this moment, I don't think he will mistakenly or stupidly put hand in something that will make the people lose interest in where he is. And again, people will also understand the fact that everybody is clamoring for Obi, or most youths, let me say on saying it, it cannot be a mistake. It cannot be by chance. This is choice. It's not by chance people are talking about him. It's by choice. People have seen that yes, if we must, if we must, if we must make a clean break from the past, this is the man to follow. Already he has shown it. Okay, before the campaign starts, he has shared what he went to Egypt to do, to say that the Egyptians in charge of their power system, all of them are educated in the Egyptian universities and they're all working local. What does that tell you? So he will come back and strengthen our education like he did in Anambra, and he will do it because I already emphasized that there is no having 200 million people does not matter. What matters is what skill did you give them? What skill did you give them? You have to give them skill. They start being employed and getting something. Then you take tax from them. That is the way it's done all over the world. In economics, we are being taught that the major source of government revenue, I mean at the federal level, is taxation. Every ordinary level economics will tell you public finance. So it's not crude oil because some country may not have crude oil. It's not gold. It's not mineral resources because you may not have mineral resources like Japan. Is the tax. And how do you do the tax? You must create opportunity for people to make wealth. Then you tax them. That's why government will do certain things and say pay tax. So to that extent, I think Obi's candidacy, to me, is not grossly, is largely not to be faulted as at now, but nobody knows what will happen tomorrow. Let's continue. Thank you.
Yes, nobody knows what will happen tomorrow, but Nigerians already say, yes, they know what they want. Nobody knows what is going to happen tomorrow, it's very sure. But probably what we are saying, and the feedback we are getting from the common people on the street, its direction is just pointing to almost one direction. I'm very happy that it's happening this way. It's not like before where you have one party dominating the other party. See, the two major big parties now, they are confused. Like that of PDP, they are still having their internal problem. Till today, I think they are still trying to do reconciliation with Wike. They are afraid of Wike. Obi left, and Wike is they did some politicking, inward politicking, that didn't go well with them, and they know it. They knew it, they saw it, and they saw the body movement. They are now setting up reconciliation committee to reconcile some of them. Like the reconciliation of Wike, those states is reconciling again, because there's a lot of reconciliation, and that is to our advantage of the Labour Party. You see, they don't trust themselves. This crave for power and not letting the right thing to go through is a big problem, and it will always be a problem. Not until we change the status quo, is going to be issue affecting everybody. So let me call on Mr. Aigbe. At least let me hear him talk. Aigbe, please talk to us.
Thank you, sir, Mr. Leftis. Good evening once again. Of a truth, you see, you have spoke, deliberate on more. I think more of all these, political strategies that these politicians are using to play this their system of democracy that they have been playing in our country, Nigeria. You see, as I said before, that Kwankwaso and the Tinubu game is not going to be something that we expect to happen. And Mr. CM just said something just now that it will be a shame, or it will be a minus for the Tinubus or the APCs to go and looking for running mate from the NPP. You understand my point now?
Yes.
So it's going to be very big blow to them. So I don't think that they will look to that direction. It's only when the Kwankwaso decided to come and meet them, and it will be very difficult because just as we know, the present governor of Kano State and the Kwankwaso, they are not in good position. And we know that these people, they are these politicians today they bite themselves, tomorrow they sit together and they drink together. We know all these things, but then as we speak right now, I don't really think that is going to play. The other one of Obasanjo, as I said before, Obasanjo is a person who, I don't know, that thing is already it has been in him since all this while. Like as I said before, that Obasanjo did not know who Atiku is before, because if you really watch that time of 1999 after the death of Abacha, when we want to take power from the military fully, we were not having choice, to even care to know that it is the same military that want to come and beat democracy president. We were not even having that choice. And Atiku, we don't even have that choice to say that we want to know who Atiku was too. So all these things, I mean, by the Obasanjo know very well. My father used to make a parable. He's going to say something that if you see a child, crying and pointing out into one direction, he said, even though that direction that the child is pointing his fingers onto, even if that direction is a dark point, you should go and look to that place. There must be something that child is crying for. Are you getting it now? So Obasanjo has been shouting about Atiku, pointing fingers on him since all this while. And as you guys said before, he have come out publicly, wrote it in a book, how he was sitting with a vice president. He does not know that this vice president it was they have been investigating him from America for all this while. He did not tell him as a president, as a president. He did not tell him as a co-worker. Let me put it that way, and say, sir, brother, this is what I'm passing through. So that for you to know, he said he was surprised that you call him, ask him question concerning his vice president. So he said he was not having choice, that he give them the room for them to investigate him because he don't know what Atiku do then. So Obasanjo has been crying of Atiku since all this while, and this person Obasanjo that the PDP is giving time. Pushing now that he should come and apologize, or he should reveal what Atiku has done hiddenly. Is this Obasanjo is a PDP man? He's a strong member of PDP. So they should not be trying to to make Nigerians know that we don't know what is playing. We know what is playing. So Obasanjo can never be so easy or can never be so low to come and say, I said it before, but I withdraw it back. If he withdraw it back, what about the one that he have wrote on his novel that has been that has been granted by the institutions of what they call these people who give who award who give novels as a free something to people to buy. So there's nothing that they can do about that. You have said it. So that is for that. Then come to the area of our judiciary. I said it before in this platform when I start coming. I will start calling in when I begin to talk about our judiciary. I have never been coming to the show like this. That our judiciary system has they have made themselves vulnerable to the politicians to be using as tools or as a tools. Are you getting it now? I've never seen anywhere in the world. If you draw the case of Obama, Donald Trump, when he was saying that they should stop counting this last election that they did, that they used to kick him out from office. He was crying that they rigged the election. He was crying, trying to bring the judiciary system in. But the judiciary system does not open that door because they told you to go and, if you have the right as an institution that that everybody, any person who want to bring matters in have the right to come in, but you have to come in with facts. So when it begins to see all this area that there is not giving that open door for him to come in easily, he back off. But our Nigerian system is not like that. Our judiciary system, they have made themselves so easy for politicians to give them money to the extent that they did not even remember that judiciary, as a part of the organs of the government, they did not know that they have the power of their own because they are being used by the politicians. So our judiciary system has become so low, and they are part of our problem that we are still facing today in Nigeria. If we see somebody in Nigeria today that stole a little stolen, and it will be brought to book, but politicians that stole with pens, with a biro and others, they will cover them up. There are many cases today that have been sweeping under carpet, like the case of this accountant general that stole 80 something billion. 80 something billion today is a 200 billion. And to fix our electricity in Nigeria today, we need only 100 billion to fix our electricity. So one person has carried this money and put it under his own, put it on his own pocket. Then as we speak right now, we never hear now that he has been sentenced. So judicial system of Nigeria today, that is why I said it when Michael Belly was speaking, that he should nail the name by the pool. They take nail the nails on the head. Why was I saying that? Is that because we know that these people, this strategy that they are using right now, they are using it, they are preparing it ahead to the case when time will come, when one person will have the upper hand, which is Peter Obi, which I believe strongly. When we have the upper hand, then we have their person there that they will take the matter to court so that the person will rule to their favor. Like what they did to Obi in Anambra State. They did it to him, and a judge now come in and saw that this man has just been, they want to fold his hand, take what belongs to him, and the judge come and set the case, and give justice to Peter Obi to come to office after some year, some months, when he wins the election. So this is what I am seeing that is going to play in now in this general election. That they are, that's why I'm saying Yoruba man, they can put this man there as a Terry, chief judge till we arrive at the time of the general election. So that is my take. Thank you, and good night, everyone. I have another thing to do right now. And good night until we see you next time again. God bless you, Mr. Itoya. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
I really heard you talking today because you have a style that is just your style. And anytime you are not in the program, because that style, nobody else can take it from you. So thank you very much. And let's go to my Kev. No, Engineer Ken. I saw you coming in before I can go back to Charles and Okundaye. Engineer Ken, please talk to us.
Thank you very much, Mr. Leslie Itoya. Or Etoya. Am
Has
I
been
right?
a while, sir. No, it's Itoya, not be Etoya. May not go change my name to
Itoya. Yeah, it has been a while. Sorry, guys, I've been so busy.
I know you always pay salary, always paying.
This time I'm trying to make a buck. You know what I'm saying? Trying to
Yes,
make a dollar.
before you
So,
continue, somebody,
yeah.
one Eromoseli on the comment section was saying Tinubu is in yes, I saw it now. Now Tinubu is in France. Now we should do to him what they do to Ekwerimadu in London. Oh, it was in Germany. But Eromoseli, I just wanted to quickly Eromoseli Odalo, if you are listening to us, you shouldn't. Ekwerimadu that received that in Germany. No, it was not in London. I think it was in Germany. Ekwerimadu it was in Germany, sir. Ekwerimadu struck past to Tinubu now. They have for body now. They talk well. If he take if he withstand that, somebody you want make person go commit murder. This is Europe. Not just straight. So who advise us make we did France. We made it for France. But we go touch suspect with the time. Now one bar. No now.
You know what is one bar?
Engineer, can you talk to us?
Now low currents, thank you guys. Thank you, my co-pilots, and thank you, Nigerians. And thank you, Mr. Niger Watch, for this great opportunity. It is saddening that our beloved continent and our beloved country, it has been sabotaged by these evil politicians. These guys are virus. By the grace of God, this is our time and this is our moment. If we don't utilize this time, Nigeria is going to be the shipping sink of Nigeria will sink forever. So we're going to utilize this time for us. I'm going to utilize it very, very, very well. I want to talk about Kwankwaso. But Peter Obi does not need Kwankwaso to win this election. Anyone that wants to emerge with Peter Obi will be so happy to do it with gratitude because this is a moving train. This train is beyond Peter Obi. This train is above Peter Obi. This train is bigger than Peter Obi. Peter Obi is so privileged and is so lucky that the God Almighty, the God of the poor, the God of the privileged, the God of the heartbroken, the God of the Nigerian lesser children that has no meal to eat the next day, that has timetable of 01001. There is no food in the morning, no food in the afternoon, a little meal in the evening. Their God have woken up to choose Peter Obi as the piloter of this train. as the driver of this train. That is it. You know, and I want to speak into the life of our brothers and sisters that are working for INEC. Please, my brothers, no matter what your bosses in INEC will pay you, don't jeopardize the machines. Don't do it. If you have to lose your job to prove it wrong or to prove it right, do it. Lose your job to prove it wrong to them that this is the right time for the right person to lead this country to the glorious heights in life. No matter what they will offer to you, keep low. If you have to take it and still do the needful. Because what they are giving to you is not theirs. It is your money that they have stolen for a very long time. Take it and still do the needful. Make sure that everyone that came in on that day or that comes in on that day to cast out their franchise, make sure every count is being written down. You should make sure you do the needful. Don't compromise anything for these evil politicians to emerge that presidency. Because if you do, those little money they give to you will only last you for a week. And you go back to square one. Please, Nigerians, thank God for this great platform of ours that have become the voice of the voiceless. That God Almighty has single-handedly built and used one of his trusted sons, Mr. Digging, to make this platform to become a reality. And I'm so blessed to be counted among the people that contributed to this great platform of ours. And this platform is a truthful platform. This platform will not be compromised for any evil leaders. I've been listening to us for a very long time talking. I've not been coming in, but my ears have been on the ground. And I'm so happy to hear what our brothers global all over the world are talking about. This time around, it's not about race. It's not about tribal. It's by person. The Fulani man is tired. The Hausa man is tired. The Northern, the Midwest man is tired. The Eastern man is tired. The Southern man is tired. The South man is tired. We are all tired. And the voice is voicing out from the lonely wilderness, crying, where is my brother? Where is my brother? Where is my brother? Here comes a brother called Peter Obi. He heard that voice and he stood up with a tiny voice of his and said that, yes, I am Peter Obi. I hear your cry. And I will take this mantle of leadership to make Nigeria work. Let's do this. Let's speak for truth. Let's speak for genuine change. And let's speak for freedom. The freedom of Nigeria will be a freedom of Africa. Will be a liberation of Africa for equal justice, for equal rights, and for equal love, and for equal belief, and equal finance. We will see on that day, the Muslim man will work with the Christian man. The Christian man will work with unbelievers man. We will work together with one goal. Just like what we did in Benin City, Edo State. We say Edo not be Lagos. With all Mr. Polybank came with his private jet, filled up of US dollar to ring the Benin election of Golden Noirasa Baseki. But the people came up and they stood up and they hold their ground to speak against Godfathers. And at the end, the truth came out. and Obaseki emerge to be the governor of Edo State. The same thing is going to play on that day. When you cast your vote, stay by your polling booth. Don't leave. Make sure in every polling booth that you cast your vote on, make sure your vote is being counted, and make sure you record each vote. As you are doing it, bring out your cell phone. Get your power bank. Make sure you have enough power bank in your phone and record it. Record it, post it on social media. We will get it and we'll document it. This will be the only way that we're going to use to encounter them in case if they play their tricks again. Please, my fellow Nigerians, please, my fellow youth, let's do this for a greater tomorrow. I might not call myself a youth anymore. I'm in my 50s now. But since I've been on this age of mine from the day my mother gave birth to me, I've never seen Nigeria progress. You know, Nigeria is going down every day. But it is not our time. It is our time to set it right. It is our time to speak yes to the bad evil leaders. It is our time to change them. No matter what it would take to fight them, let's stand as one to keep it real. Let's stand as one to fight them and to have equal justice for all of us. Thank you, Nigerians, and thank you, Mr. Nanjawad. Thank you for all that you have done. Thank you, Mr. Ituya. I rest my case for now.
If not that I know you, Engineer Ken, that you are an engineer that I would have said we have a new. Okay, let's just assume you are the pastor in this forum, because the way you spoke today, you don't talk like you didn't just talk like the way we'll be talking. You are talking like somebody. Okay, why I would not be annoyed with you is you are not collecting tax and offering, so it's free for us. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. We'll just go to Oga Charles. Oga Charles, please talk to us.
Thank you, my brother. Our brother is speaking from his heart. Every Nigeria is in pain, honestly. But whether you are in Nigeria or outside Nigeria, it's affecting everybody. No one can deny of that. Oh, what I want to contribute here, like about judiciary, we all know that when aeroplane driver come in as a CJ, we all know that this man, he was an Islamic scholar. He didn't get his, he didn't go to university like every regular lawyer. He studied Islamic law, Sharia law, and that's why they wanted to introduce Sharia law to every Nigeria. And Buhari bring him in for a reason, not because he want to come and put our judiciary in order. They know the reason why they bring him in. To use him, he was the one that they used to read the election in the Supreme Court. He was the one that bring Hope Uzodinma to impose him on Imo State. So I think he has finished his job. So that's why you see him, they let him go. Now election is coming again, and they know, Tinubu know that he has lost South. I bet you, if election can go free and fair in Lagos, Tinubu will lose Lagos. He know. That is why he will use all manner of means, thugs, everything with Governor Sanwo-Olu to make sure that he frustrates people, both PVC and everything, because he know he has lost. I'm not talking of Southeast. I'm not talking of South. That is why he was not bothering of coming to campaign, because he know he has lost South and Southeast. So the only place that remains for him in the South is West, which Lagos, majority, apart from the Yorubas, which I know the Yorubas, majority of them know that this man has enslaved them for many years. What's the need of voting our tribe and we are still suffering? Why is it not better we vote for someone who will see us as Nigerians, not as a Yoruba, who we have access to? When he will cry, he will hear our voice and listen to us. We have suffered. Look, like Peter Obi said, tell me where a Muslim is buying bread cheap so that all of us can go there. It's not all about tribe, it's not all about ethnicity, it's not all about religion. Because if it is all about a religion, Castina would have been heaven. You would have many would have been killed there. But this present government, with what they are doing, with the killings and all that is that happened, they have proved to all that it is the politicians who are using us. So about Tinubu and his whatever he's trying to do, I think that is why he is doing everything to make sure he join with the North, which I know is not going to be possible because Kwankwaso will not accept that. All of us know that he left, I think, PDP, or he left one of these parties and go and with a Baba Galadima to form their own party. You can't tell me now that they will just come back and accept Tinubu. And for APC to be shopping for VP at this time, a ruling party that has been there for 8 years, it means that something is wrong. Like others are saying, something is very, very wrong. They know that they have lost. Even the two parties, they know that they are just standing with two hands. That's for PDP. That's one. I'm not bothered about PDP. Because PDP, from the day they zoned their candidacy, their president to North, was the day I know. They have pierced into a lot of. They have thrown an arrow into a lot of people's hearts. They have done that. Because I listened to one of the PDP chieftain. He said, look, why is it every year, Atiku, that from the day they give Atiku, they play that game, many of them know that they're just waiting for time. They're just waiting for time, that they have lost it. They're just playing. That's why I'm not talking about it. I think what we should be focusing here is not, as for Tinubu in the South, he has lost it. That's why he's fighting, doing everything to make alliance with the North to make sure that he get them. And as for VP to Peter Obi, like I said before, if because I don't know if Fulani political elite, I don't know that whether it is a court they are in, because if Sanusi, if they will not do what they did to President Goodluck Jonathan, because many of his staffs and the ministers and those, many of them that are working for him, that are working under his government, are against him, working for his downfall. If Sanusi, with his heart, we accept it to be, we hear the cry, we have pity for the cry of an ordinary Nigerian, not to benefit the Fulanis. I am telling you, Peter Obi, Kwankwaso will not stop Peter Obi. Even if he can go and make alliance with Bola Tinubu, that he will not go anywhere. Because I've listened to Sanusi, the way he speaks, the way he knows that people are suffering. And if he can do this with his heart, he will go down to the grassroots and do it. And people will listen to him. About this guy, Obasanjo and PDP, we should forget about that because Obasanjo have been speaking about this for many years. Why is it that they are telling him they give them 48? Who are they? Who are they? They don't have the strength to face Obasanjo just because the election is at the corner. They want to see if he can. As for Atiku, he's gone. Let us not think about it. He's gone. Totally. PDP is gone. They have lost it in Southeast. They have lost it in upon the day they refused, they didn't give Wike. They betray him. They have lost it. So Atiku is gone. That's one I'm very, very sure of it. I don't even the person I am thinking about is Tinubu, and how we can grab some people can grab somebody of influence from North. That's all I'm thinking about. Not Atiku. Atiku is gone. what happened to them at Ekiti State will repeat itself in Nigeria this coming election. That one is certain. Forget about them. So that's what I want to say now.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Charles. Let's hear from Mr. Kudaye, please.
Thank you, Mr. Leftist. Thank you for giving me this chance. What I want to say now is MP, whatever I call it, whether it's AMPP or that's Kwankwaso, is moving the Kanu. Why everybody is just facing on Kanu? Is it only Kanu that is in the north? There are other states that are in the north. So if NPP Kwankwaso hold Kanu, then the Kanu is not bigger than the whole Nigeria. The population of there is not higher than the whole Nigeria. Kwankwaso, person said why Labour Party did not go to Oundo, the NPP did not go to Ekiti. Sorry, Ekiti. The NPP did not go to Ekiti to go and drag Ekiti. So person is building from a step. It is not the NPP, it's not a Labour Party that is building himself. It is Nigeria that is building Labour Party now. So people should get that in their brain, that it is not Labour Party that is building Nigeria, but Nigeria are the one building Labour Party. So Nigeria are taking a new dimension to make a Labour Party relevant. Not Labour Party want to make Nigeria relevant. So people must understand that before saying, Labour Party was not here, Labour Party was not there. We are Labour Party, we are not yesterday, but today they are not there because the Nigerians are not volunteer to make Labour Party exist there. So that is how Labour Party is spreading now. Nigeria is spreading Labour Party to other Nigerians, whether in the village, whether in the river, whether in the sea. Nigerians are spreading the Labour Party everywhere. If it is in the north, Labour Party have not yet hold ground the way he has hold in the south, but he have started. He have started, so it is more. All the parties now are now struggling to make sure they build. They build. Hello.
Mr. Kudaye, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Sorry, you continue. I just want to quickly interject because we need to, as a pastor, as a man of God, if anybody give alms or pay tithe, the pastor is very happy. That is helping the work of God, the ministry. So we have a brother that just gave us tithe, and I want to quickly say a big thank you to our brother Samuel Unwa Boji. He just gave us a tithe, and that tithe will go a long way in this ministry. This is a ministry. It's also a word of God. Though we don't force you to pay tithes. We don't tell you to seek faith. We don't. But here we allow you to do what Peter is doing.
Ministry of Education and Ministry of Finance.
But that thing that will help you get up and walk. Peter did not give money. So Peter gave his widow's heart. The power he has was to raise the cripple from lame to walk. So anybody that is using his own heart now to say he's Peter, I don't give money, but I think you people will help you in this propagation of this good news. We appreciate. Thank you very much, Simon. We appreciate you, sir. So, Mr. Kudaye, go ahead.
Okay. So for suggestions, since I have suggested first one boy just now from Shah movement, which because people are talking about all this Sanusi, this they are all Fulanis. So because now since we now know that these people are Fulanis, Shah movement people are the real answers of the north. So now we have their father there called Dasuki. If a Labour Party could not see any other person to consult or to take as a vice president of his Labour Party in the north, since the answer are the majority, despite they are being oppressed by this Fulani, so they cannot go for Dasuki, which found this their Shah movement. Then if Dasuki see that he is too old, he will not bring them a person from that the same Shah movement that will not be Labour Party vice president. So I believe that only that alone we have captured the north, because Shah is not in one state in the north. It's all the states. It's all the states. Let's say if they have 7 states, Shah might be in 4 states in the north. So with all Dasuki alone to project person for Labour Party, we have taken that 4 state of the north. So let's do that. If anybody that can reach Peter Obi and Labour Party leaders, that they should go for Dasuki and let Dasuki give them a vice president. So they don't need to be worrying themselves over Kwankwaso and this man, Buhari in-law, that they are fighting themselves and now they now form this NNPP party. No, let us just go for a fresh direction that will have a structure already. That's Dasuki. That's Dasuki of a Shah movement, which is the leader of the Shah movement. Then for Obasanjo own, for those who said Obasanjo should come and give this thing, Obasanjo he has been explaining since all this while. So it's no longer now. He come out in the press. He said they sent from America to him that the corruption list they have in America, his second person was among that. He said because of his good mind, which is bad man to us, but to Obasanjo it was good man. So he could not allow them to investigate the second person, the second number. So it will be disgrace to his government. So for that, he could not give them go ahead. But for we, it become bad man to us because he will have give them go ahead so that for we to know how our money was going. For we to know how Obasanjo and his this thing, we are using our money. So fortunately, Obasanjo still came out and said the money that the man have stolen will take care of about 300 something in a 300 years. So which of them do they want Obasanjo to come and explain again? For person to say, I blame myself for taking that person, it was wrong. Automatically, that is a wrong assistant. It was bad assistant or dubious assistant to Obasanjo. So if any PDP said he should come and explain, Obasanjo has been explaining, and he will still keep on explaining because he's saying it in interview, not inside his room. Then we interview in his radio, TV, social media. He do say odd like that. So,
well, Mr. Kuda, they are not asking Obasanjo to come and explain again. They are saying Obasanjo to retract the word. That
when person know what he did, it was right. Well, how will he retract it? He cannot retract it because he said, what those people should now say that, let us come and prove if it is truth or not to retract. If you say this thing, it was, okay, prove it. That's just all. It is, if he cannot prove it, that is where he now retract. So he has the proof. He said America sent to him. That is a proof. So they should not go to America and ask, America, did you send to Obasanjo or you did not send to Obasanjo? It's just simple. So those are things. Then there's one advice I want to advise Nigerians. Thank God that we did it in Edo State. Our brothers who were at home did it in Edo State. They are going to bring money that day because I expected to do the same thing in Ekiti, although they did not do it. They are going to bring money. Any party that bring money, you people should not let that money go from that place. So you should hold the person and collect the money, spread the money, let everybody take enjoy that money. So don't drag it to yourself, don't drag it to police. No, because that place is not a bank. Then that person will bring money. Who bring money to say, I want to buy vote? Everybody should rush that person, collect that money from him, and spread it so that he should go to court and come and say his money was taken from where they want to cast election. They want to cast their vote, so that they will ask him what that money was doing there. So this is what I want to advise everybody. We should all know now that we are all talks, we are all Agberu, we are all these things, because one person cannot bring Agberu for a million of people will be afraid. No, let everybody become, yes, let everybody become the same Agberu. When that Agberu come, when he see fire, he will run away. Tomorrow he will never become Agberu. So when they bring money, when any agent bring money, even if it is Labour Party that bring money, my brother, squeeze that money from that Labour Party agent, distribute it among everybody that is there. Let them rush that money. If it is PDP, collect the money from the agent, spray it on the air. If it is APC, collect the money from that person straight on the air so that another one will be afraid. If they did not do example like that, other one will not left from it. So they should be collecting that money and spray it. Both APC, both PDP, both Labour, both all of them will not collect from that money. So that money will not go to one direction. Thank you.
All
and
right.
Good night.
Thank you very much. Let's quickly talk to our brother that just joined us, Alice. Alice, please talk to us.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. Greetings to viewers, those on the comment section and the panelists and the owner of the platform. I salute you. Thank you for the work. Thank you for the contribution to humanity. Thank you for the part you are all playing for the rescue mission of this country. It's obvious since 1960 that our leaders, they do not care about the Amino Kanu Kalatawas of the North, those are the poor people of the North, or the Nusese of the Benin Kingdom, or the hoi polloi of the Oduduwa Republic in the West. So in every course of struggle, there are people, one way or the other, who make it happen. I'm proud of this platform and other sister platforms who have the same ideological stand against the egocentric nature of our political class, or should I call them political vampires or oppressors. So thank God, a man in the person of Peter Obi with a very great or a very traceable or visible book-like history that we can trace in the political life of our country today. A man who is ready to give all just to fix Nigeria, to do his own bit. Maybe after 4 or his tenure is gone, and another person will come to also continue from there. We are tired. So everything you are doing, history will never forget you. We are on the right track. Encourage people to get their PVC. Encourage people to vote their conscience. Imagine after this long time, our country, our children are still at home in the name of ASU strike. I have not seen any country in the third world country or among the third world countries that their children will be at home for this long, and the senators or the rep members or the parliamentarians or the government people or the businessmen or the political aspirants will just be quiet without raising the dust, knowing well that education is the only way to transform a nation. Because their children are all abroad, they will not speak about it. So I salute you. I salute everyone. This is not time to speak about region or religion. It's a time to speak about personality. It's not time to speak about structure or a political party. As far as I'm concerned, the two major parties that has dominated the political cinematography of this country just now are all the same. They only come to continue to masturbate themselves in the corridors of power, just to continue to loot this money and continue to impoverish the general public. But this time around, we are going to say enough is enough. So we are following the trend. So let's not lose hope. Let's not lose our focus. History will read about us. People will play this video back 10 years from now, 20 years from now, and you will be proud that you were part of this great revolution, not of guns or battle, but of voting. Voting your conscience, voting the right person. A revolution of PVC. I believe something is going to happen next year. It's not going to be business as usual. It's not going to be like Lekki Toll Gate massacre. It's not going to be like disappearing of loans that have been taken from World Bank with our name and our children's name unborn. These men have no conscience. I dare to say just now, all the political gladiators that has been in our political life from 1999 deserve to be behind bars. In a sane country, they should never see sunlight again. So even those who are dead, they can be judged and sentenced. So my dear brothers and sisters, we are doing well. We will get there. We will not continue like this. We are seeing electrical darkness, inflation everywhere, insecurity ravaging the whole nation through the nook and the cranny of the nation. And we have a president a vice president who's supposed to be from the law side, who knows the rule of law, separation of powers. I'm more disappointed just now in the on the vice president. He should know better. If he's listening to me, he should know better. Lawyers have done great things. I'm not saying there are no bad lawyers, but if you check history, lawyers have done great things. They've changed history of their nations, especially one President Nelson Mandela. These are people who knows what it is to have press freedom, who knows what it is to have human rights, who knows what it is to have rule of law. Instead of resigning, even if his hands are tied, and giving a press statement, joining the suffering masses, the oppressed masses, the slaughtered masses, this man has been a disgrace to the law body. He has kept quiet. He has participated in silence, romancing with the killers and the looters of this nation. I am disappointed in him. A man who is a prof in law should know better and do better. So our PVC will flush them out. APC, PDP, they are all the same. So guys, I'm grateful to God that the youth are waking up now. I spoke to a lot of youth. I mean, thousands of them in the past 2 months. What the feedback I got, I was overgasted and flabbergasted. I thought I was in a state of oblivion. To see young people say, 5,000 naira cannot do my subscription a month. I may not have money to eat, but I have my pride. I will vote my conscience. I will vote Obi. Whether or not I collect money from anybody on that day, I will vote Obi. I asked them, why do you want to vote Obi? So a lot of them said, we are tired. I said, tired of what? Tired of insecurity, tired of joblessness, tired of strike. Students are not in school. So, in a nutshell, our young, they are all aware of the happenings. Gone are those days where secrecy. The social media has come to expose everything. And you are going to see how we are going to sweep these old men away, these old wicked men who do not have conscience, no moral conscience, no political conscience, no historical conscience, no humanitarian conscience. These men, I don't know where they come from. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's keep the fire burning. Let's keep the fuel running.
We are losing you. Oh, you see, the Nigeria network has flagabasted your network.
It's like the network is giving problem.
The Nigeria network is really flagablasting its network.
No, that's the work of corruption.
We will overcome just like the slaves.
Okay, Alex, we are losing you. If you can hear us, we are losing you.
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. The signal, the signal was bad. I can hear you. I just want to let you know that just like the slaves in America those days, sitting down by the fire, singing songs of freedom, seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, something will happen next year. International bodies are all gearing up to be part of this next year. Nigeria, choosing the president is not business as usual. Even in the Middle East, companies, bodies, government are all waiting. So to the political thugs who think is gonna be like usual business, it will not be the same. Everybody is coming out in millions. We are all coming out just like the answers to let them know what we could not do by protest. We will do it with our PVC. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mr.
Referee.
Yes.
Mr. Referee.
Yes,
Wait, just give me a second.
Go ahead.
Shall they kill our prophet? Now we stand aside and look. Some say just a part of it. We got to fulfill the book.
Woo! Thank you. Thank you, Engineer Ken. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You asked for a second. You want to take the whole.
Mr. Lettis, allow him, sir. Please allow him.
Redemption song. These are redemption songs that we are going to face. We are ready to fight. Whatever it will cost us to bring change to Nigeria, we will do it. Okay. We are not turning back from this race. Mr. Lettis, please don't be in a hurry. Don't be in a hurry. This is the time. This is the time. I rest my case for now. My brother Alex, I miss you and I love you. Welcome back to the land of freedom, to the land of struggle. Nigeria must be free.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Engineer Ken. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Engineer Ken. Thank you.
Engineer Ken, I'm not always in a hurry. I'm never in a hurry. Okay. The spiritual men they are never in a hurry. The gods are never in a hurry. They are very wise.
Yes.
Yes, you came in as a pastor, potential pastor. You now left. You now wear dada. You now wore dread and came again. I believe next time when you are coming, you are going to come with Shango like that. That lawyer. You are going to wear local clothes and tell us you're going to strike all of our enemy with thunder.
Before I used to come with AK-47 and pump action. People say I'll shot so many people on this social media airspace. So I have to now go back again.
Turner, please
I record myself again.
Yes, Turner, it was just your time, and I lost you now. Oh no, there's just this person. Okay, oh no, I lost Turner, and somebody else just came in, Agbonski. Okay, before I give the floor to Agbonski, because soon we'll be running up, somebody made a suggestion, say, why do not need Dasuki for Hausa or their proper good Hausa in the north? Ask for Bolorebe Musa. Why are you not talking about middle belters? So this person is just being worried that why is middle belt not being captured with the scheme of political aspirant matter? Like if president is coming from the north, vice will be coming from the south. If it is coming from the south, it must come from the north. Well, if I want to answer you, I just think middle belt are kindly part of the north. Currently. So that is my opinion. And so far, I think middle belt should also push and sell that region. It is most very important. You see, the south is always pushing, the east pushing, the west pushing, the north pushing. The middle belt, they are like part of the, if not just of recent, where they have been.
Can I interject a little bit?
Mori?
Yes, sir.
Please, because I need to call Turner in before we lose this person.
For the guide of middle belt narrative.
Oh yeah, then come on here. Please, quickly, because well, hold on. Wait, let's Turner talk. After that, you just talk about it, please, because this person is coming and going. Let's hear from the Turner. I don't know who you are. Please tell us where you are joining us from and talk to us. Hello, Turner. Can you hear me?
Turner have wrote him that he's at work. He cannot talk.
Then if you cannot talk, there's no point being in the panel. That space will be filled. Okay, Mr. Mori, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for your in-depth insight as regards the middle belt palaver. I think they are one of the greatest region giving us a problem. It's hard time they define where they belong to. When it comes to political convenience, the Fulani Hausa oligarchy would say they are not. They are not. When it comes to enjoying the juice from the, sharing the spoil of the war, they would try them as middle betters. So they should redefine. They should define where they actually belong, politically or otherwise, or else the political power will continue to elude them in the political equation of Nigeria as it stands today. If you look at the middle belt from Kogi to Nasarawa, that's Niger, all the way to Plateau, Jos, you have no business calling them no. They have nothing in common. There's nothing to show that they belong to the Fulani Hausa oligarchy. But for the sake of political convenience, for the sake of the numbers, they say they are northern people. It was a deliberate attempt and a calculated attempt against the southern part in terms of population and otherwise. When it comes to census figures, they say they are not. When it comes to sharing political powers, they are neglected and relegated to the background. So the person, if he's hearing me, they should do more homework to define or redefine where they actually belong. Thank you for my humble submission. Thank you.
Your humble submission just to follow my own submission. Thank you for supporting me.
Please, Itoya, just to add to what Moru said, the middle belt, if there is a time for them to detach themselves from the so-called Fulani, it is now, because these are the people that made them refugees in their own land. Talk about Benue State. The governor said they had more. Benue State is having more than 1.6 million people in refugee camp, and who is responsible? Under the APC government they voted for. So if there's a time for them to really come up and say, look, enough is enough, it should be now. They cannot be claiming to be not. When he reaches, okay, now is the Fulani, okay, of all this killing going on, is it not then that we are that we are more in number, that we are slaughtered by the Fulani headsmen? It's in the middle belt now, southern Kaduna, isn't it? All these southern Kaduna plateau, and even change the villages in some parts of plateau to Fulani name. We heard about all those. So I do not see the reason why after now, with the way Governor Samuel or Tom cries on the TV every time when he's talking, I don't see. I mean, it's common sense. I don't see why they should now sort of ally with them again politically instead of coming down south and then seeing what they could do to liberate themselves from Fulani's colonialism anyway. Thank you.
All right, Oboski S. You just joined us. Please tell us where you're joining us from and talk to us. I think this is your first time of coming on the panel. Please talk to us.
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
I can all hear you, sir. Thank you very much.
I think it's my third time now, because last time I was with Kachi and some other guys.
Okay, this is still Kachi program. Just that I'm relieving her. She need to do something first thing tomorrow morning. I'm just only relieving her. It's still her program. Thank you very much.
Okay. I've been listening to you guys, but from my own perspective is like the Obasanjo issue. Obasanjo is too big to be, to be toyed with, So that is my own take. So this 48 hours they gave him it's not gonna be anything. So let's forget about that.
Yes, but I think they are confused.
Yeah, they are confused because they just want to, exaggerate, And two, I've listened to Peter Obi several times. It's like if you listen to that guy, I always play his clips when he was in different states. It's like Angel is talking through him. Just listen to him and you want to listen to him again. It's like I always play his clips. It's like movie for me now.
Oh, no.
So I think even if he doesn't, I just pray he wins. But even if he does not win, there is going to be a paradigm shift in our politics. Hello?
We can hear you. We
okay.
can hear you.
So there's going to be a paradigm shift in our politics. That is, there's going to be a third force in future. So these guys that are ruling now, they know somebody can take over anytime. So I think things are going to change, So I'm happy for Peter Obi. And with this Kwankwaso, vibing for Kwankwaso, looking for Kwankwaso, I know Kwankwaso will never be vice president, because even if Kwankwaso become his vice president, Kwankwaso will want to override him because he's a Fulani.
Okay.
He's a big player in the system. But I would advise him to go for somebody else popular in the north. There are a lot of people in the north that are popular. Even his advantage is he's going to look for a Muslim, you know. So it's better take somebody else that is going to be useful than taking somebody else that's going to destroy your, or you be the president is going to, that's going to make your time, your tenure difficult for you. That is my take with Kwankwaso. But this structure thing that we are talking about, I guess election is going to start, is going to kick on August. So
campaign.
Yeah, the campaign. Yeah, the campaign is going to kick on August. So I think Peter Obi is going to go far. He's going to go far. But the most important thing, like I said the other time, we should not expect Peter Obi to do magic, because the problem we have is our constitution. You know, constitution is our problem. You know, because even if Peter Obi emerges as a president, so people at the House of Assembly, Senate, so they are going to make it difficult for him just to pass, to fulfill his dream and wishes for Nigerians. And I trust Peter Obi. I have this thing in me that he will do well, and he will try to change the constitution. He will try to portray this good government, and he will block ways of stealing money. So 100% with Peter Obi, because he's the best option we have now. He's the best among all of them, you know. So I hope we all support him in our various ways, who is in Nigeria or we that are in diaspora. So we should do our best, if it's financially or whatever, or prayer. So whatever we can offer. Because I'm in France now, you know. So normally I'm from Germany. See, I see the way things are done here. I drive every border. You know, I don't watch my back. I'm only careful not to drive fast, so I will not be captured by the camera. That's the only, and the police. And for my safety. And the police are doing it for my safety, not for like, oh, somebody's going to attack me or anywhere I go. So what I don't understand is, like, Tinubu is in France now. What is he doing actually in France? People are speculating for he's here for what is it called, for medical checkup, but I think it's more than that. I think he's consulting as well, you know. So we should not lose our guard, and we should just try to take our country back. That is my submission for now.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Obonski S.
Obonski.
Big man, also you did France. There's someone I go beat Tinubu as he did France.
If I see where that man there, I forgo. I know who beat him. I will only shout from outside.
Okay, thank you. Myself, I did where you did, but me they could. And I saw it like. So we'll be running off very soon. Let me go. Let me see who have not spoken. Everybody here have contributed. So anyway, everybody here have contributed, and we don't have any new person here. So I will be. Let me just say. Let me be running up, but we'll all talk again. Maybe 1 minute to give our shout out to our last advice and shout out to our friends and family. I'm adding that today. Shout out to friends and family. But after thanking everybody that have been with us right from the beginning of this program. This is Kashi broadcast. It's not my broadcast. I'm only just coming in as a reliever. So Kachi said I should tell you thank you, and Elvi said I should tell you thank you. For those that have called in, thank you very much. Keep supporting us. keep watching us, keep sharing the video, and keep liking the video. And for those people on the comment section, we want to say thank you very much. We appreciate your contributions as well as the panelists. The comment section, just like our feedback, whatever we are not doing well, we read it. Whatever you are saying, we are saying differently. We also see it from you are like balancing us, check and balance. This is how life is supposed to be. So on that note, we want to say we appreciate you very much, and we will also indulge a lot of you that not among our family here, because have a family was on Niger Watch. Please, you can also join because it's a family thing. For those that have contributed from the beginning to now as the panel, as that have been the panelists, want to say thank you very much. You can always reach us through this email. There's no better way we can save our country by just doing this, putting our hands together to make sure we speak one voice and say truth to power. Though it is not easy, but together we can do this. Because when we are together, it will be very, very, very difficult to divide us. So I will now go back to our panelists and want to say we should give our last advice and shout out to friends and family. This has never been part of our program. So I will start like the way it is on my screen right now. Mr. Kudaye, please.
Okay, thank you, everyone. I wanted to say something for the CGN that they changed. Although he was sent to come and do his job, which he did, but what made them to change him now was misappropriation of fund of the judiciary. So they said he should come and account for it. There was one interview I watched on that our brother, that our Urobo brother said he want to lead the protest, and that is the same really protest they lead. They do now that remove the man from office. They said the money is come and tell them how much that came and how do they spend it. They should bring all the evidence for them to verify. So because of the verification is the reason that the man left, because he know that they did not use it in the rightful way. So for my brothers and sisters, I urge everyone to vote Peter Obi. When you say conscience, your conscience might want to be a Bola Tinubu or all those old men. No, let me direct your conscience now. Vote for Peter Obi. Vote Labour Party is the only solution to our problem of Nigeria. And Peter Obi, go for Dasuki, a man of the north. If he cannot become the vice president, he will give you who will become vice president. Thank you. God bless you all. Good night, my people.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Kudaye. Mr. Omobode, please. Mr. Omobode. Is Professor Omobode there? Okay. When you are ready. CM, please talk to us.
Thank you, Itoya. Just to cap what I've been saying up, and like the analysis I've had this evening is quite encouraging. The thing is, at this stage of the game, let me call it the game, a lot of permutations will be coming in. Some may pan out to be true, some may just fall by the wayside as events develop. So we only have to keep converging here to learn more and then to analyze more, because a lot will still happen. But one thing I know for sure is that Obasanjo can never withdraw what he said or mellow down or do what the PDP wants him to do. For who? Probably they just said PDP. It might be Atiku telling the party chairman to issue the threat on his behalf. It could be because he is the person being talked. He is the person at the center. But then what Obasanjo said is also is true. So I don't see Obasanjo saying it. Rather, like somebody said, Obasanjo may embellish it more. Maybe if somebody should invite him to another occasion between now or anything, and then he will use the opportunity to say one or two things. Remember, remember, Obasanjo once said, if EFCC has been doing its work very well, a lot of all these people parading themselves should have been in prison. Excuse me, ma'am. Should have been in prison. So who knows whether that arrow is directing to Atiku? And when he says they're not too young to run, yet people over 70 are running. When then will it be the chance of the too young? You know, all those things. I don't see Obasanjo. I don't see Obasanjo being bullied to say. I mean, to no. Anyway, it won't happen. It's just a question of it will never happen. Anyway, thank you. Let me stop.
It will never happen. What they are doing is a damage control. Let us just talk, because even when they are talking with passion, with their caution, because they know Obasanjo can come and destroy them the more, and they cannot do him anything. They cannot do him. They know him. They just want to talk outside and go behind and tell him, Baba, sorry.
Obasanjo can talk with Obasanjo can talk with intellectuals. If you want it Agbero way, he's ready. He will give it to you. So he doesn't care. Thank you.
Alex, talk to us. Alex. Oh, your network is flabbergasted. Okay, Amori, please talk to us.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Lucky Oguligwe. In 2007, Mr. President Obasanjo said, definitely, certainly, I cannot say for sure who will be the president, but definitely I know those that will not be the president. He was referring categorically to the likes of Atiku Abubakar. He has never hidden his feelings about the character of Abubakar. You know, he has worked with him. You know, he has known Abubakar for, before he became his vice. Throughout, in 2003, he made presidency a hell of a place for Obasanjo. There is even a narration that said Obasanjo was forced to kneel down for Atiku because he had all the criminal governors behind him, like our Lucky Gbenedio, the body of Delta State, and a host of others to his side. He wanted to frustrate Obasanjo's second tenure. That is not the only thing he has against Atiku. If Obasanjo can do anything to stop Atiku from becoming the president, he would do. Though he went back to beg, Obasanjo is just reiterating what he has been saying. He's not actually saying anything new. But I don't know who made that, who is giving that threat. I'm not sure it's coming from PDP directly. That person must be talking either for in his own capacity as a member of PDP. I don't see PDP as a party having that guts or having that temerity to talk to an Obasanjo like that, because the do or die political syndrome they have today, it was the master that taught them how to do it. So they cannot just now go against Obasanjo and feel they're not going to go away with bruises. Having said that, I want to encourage our people, those that are still clamoring for APC and PDP, that they don't mean well for you. You could see what came out of their convention. You could see the best they have for you in this crucial moment. In these last the terrible years of Buhari, if the solution they have for you is an Atiku, who has been your greatest looter, if the solution they have for you is a Tinubu, who has been your greatest monster, it just shows that they don't care about what you're passing through. So, you have everything. You still have the time between an election. Make up your mind. Convince people in your cycle of influence to do the needful. The movement has started. There is no going back. It is possible, and together we can make a change. Together we can liberate ourselves from the tentacles and shackles of our oppressors. Thank you very much, and God bless you all. Have a good night.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ogbonski.
My submission now is to the elite in our society, those ones that are aiding the politicians, getting contract here and there. In a country where you cannot travel from A to B, you are a prisoner in your country. No matter how rich you are in Nigeria, you are a prisoner. You see, they don't really understand what it means to enjoy nature. You know, just imagine you drive from your village or from Benin to Kaduna or to South without, watching your back. So this insecurity, this destruction of our country is affecting everybody, no matter how rich you are. That is one thing I'm trying to make them understand. And they should all support Peter Obi. We should all, because this guy means well. Because he's the only outstanding candidate that we have now. If we miss it now, it's going to be very difficult to get a person like of his nature. But I know the political space or the way we think, even if he doesn't win, because this election is going to be a battle. It's going to be a battle. And a lot of things are going to be unveiled. Because thank God the PDP, they are confused, the APC, they are confused. So we will still hear stories. Because those ones that are not treated well in this their election or whatever, their nomination, so they will cry out and they will decamp. So we are all ears. We are waiting for more stories. So I just urge everybody and our elites, our big men, those ones that can, that have weight, that are not politicians, they should, put their weight behind Peter Obi. And Peter Obi should look for somebody tangible from the north. Because the north is very important. Very, very important. Because the northerners are not like the southerners. They control them like, I don't know. They control them. And to the Hausas, they should rise up as well. Because they are minorities in their places. And they are majorities, but the powers are with the Fulanis. I don't know how come they could just allow this to happen. I know it happens during Husmad and Fodio. But now, they should rise because they are Nigerians. The Hausas are Nigerians like us. So aliens are taking our land because they don't care about Nigeria. Because like the news I saw the other time, the kid was a pastor or what? I just glanced through it in Edo State.
Yes, Nauchi.
Yeah, you understand. So this thing is coming to the south now. Just imagine a war. Who would expect it will go to a war? Massacre people. So who knows if it's going to be in Benin? So I already told my mother, not go church again for now, because it will get to everybody if we are not careful. Because these guys, they are coming down. They are already with us. When I was in Nigeria November, I saw a lot of Fulanis in Benin. I was surprised. Hanging out this year everywhere. So nobody knows how many are they in the forest. You understand? So it's confusing. It's unimaginable. Killing everywhere. And this state police is what we need. State and local police is what we need. I don't know the House of Assembly members. They are from different states. Why can't they just pass this law? I don't know I don't know if they are enjoying it. Our House of Assembly member or the House of Rep, we have them our own. That are different states. They are citizens. They have the mandate. They should come together and pass this law, so that at least we have security. We have security in our country, so investors can come. So thank you very much, my brother.
Yes, thank you, Alice. If you can hear me now.
Yes, I can hear you very well. Thank you so much. I want to say, like the biblical the days of the evil people in Nigerian political cinematography are numbered. Because there is a consensus or a configuration or a conflagration of opinions just now across the whole nation. People are coming together for the first time since 1993 elections. This kind of Z and Zex and the political will to do the right thing has not been this palpable or conspicuous. So we can see the light at the end of the tunnel. I want to say kudos to the young people who have woken up since NSAS, Lekki Tollgate massacre. So we've been waiting for this patiently, even when all the cases were swept under the carpets by the political vultures we have in our political corridors of powers. So we should keep the fire burning. They are running at us scatter. The United Kingdom have rejected them because England is ashamed of that their former colonial territory is now a land of blood. America is not interested no more. They want free and fair elections. The European Union is going to send people who are willing, who want to see a transparent election. These guys have nowhere to run to. The Bible says in those days, money shall fail them. So their monies will fail them next year. Their monies will fail them. And our young people, I'm grateful to God. It's like the veil left all their faces, all of them. Everybody is singing one song. Songs of freedom. Song of Peter Obi. Song of hope. Song of liberation. So we are all together. We should keep it burning. Thank you, guys. God bless you all.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Alex, and thank you, everybody. There's this Amos Charles Obina. I understand what you are saying, but I still want you to understand, yes, Biafra agitation is as a result of bad government. And I tell you what, if this government, Nigeria is fixed, you won't be saying this. And for the fact that you are saying most of us journalists will be killed when the time comes, nobody's afraid of death. We are not even afraid of dying today. If the death comes, let us all die. But not Biafra that will kill us. It's not possible. Biafra cannot kill us. I'm an Edo man, and I don't see any reason why Biafra will want to kill me. So if Biafra want to kill anybody, I think they're already killing themselves. So they should keep killing themselves, not killing us. Because all what we want is for Nigeria to work. And when it works, I think it will be better. So the rate of death is already on and you are speaking. When it comes, do not spare nobody. Everybody is already dying. The rain is already there. The Fulani Esme are already killing everybody. What has Biafra done? Have they gone to look for the Fulani Esme to kill them? No. So the rate of death you are talking about is not Biafra that will bring the reign of death. We are already in the reign of death. So the solution is what we are looking for. And Peter Obi is what we see that can bring down referendum that will make everybody that is angry, that is agitating, see reason why. No need of living, because when things work, you have food in your table, you are being recognized. Why would you be angry anymore? You are not marginalized. Everybody is doing the same thing. So you see what I mean. So thank you very much. And you alone cannot threaten us. I think you are just, let me not use the word they use in your place, a dot in the circle. You cannot come here and be threatening us. I've been looking at your posts and I don't want to block you because I want to see more of you. Let me enjoy this music. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you very much.
God hates stinginess.
Overflowmusic.com. I don't believe in pride or to share money for pride. I don't depend on prophecy. I just pray to my God. Always believe in trying and to say the truth and lie. Always do my best and leave the rest to God. My fellow Nigerians, Sinji presidency. I tell you, it's better than those that will steal and waste our currency. God, I'm back and you know, Sinji presidency. I tell you, it's better than those that will steal and waste our currency. I tell you, Mercy West Indies better pass the one we go carry bullion back, pack our money go the waste to. Overflowmusic.com. My papa advised me, make I do politics in honesty. No matter the pressure, I must stick to my integrity. Always cut my clothes according to my size. I know they promise anything where my power no reach. My yes is my yes, my no is my no. I know they make it younger. I'm a simple man by nature. My fellow Nigerians, Sinji presidency. I tell you, it's better than those that will steal and waste our currency. I swear. Daddy Baka, oh, stingy presidency. It's better than those that will steal and waste our currency. Ice water, Obi blow music. We are obedient. Go get your PVC.